How's it going, people? And welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Tutto Calcio podcast, everybody. Welcome back. And we have a special guest entering on the panel today. And it's a Milan fan, guys. We got a Milan fan finally in the panel, guys. Big up.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. But yeah, Stefano, welcome, man, from AC Milan Zone, guys. Make sure to go check them out in the description. How are you, bro?
Thank you very much to you and to all the Tutto Calcio fellas for welcoming in. Yeah, I've been listening, and we've been missing the Rossoneri voice. A lot of Juve on the panel, on the guests. A lot of Napoli. I don't even want to discuss our cousins from the wrong side of the town. But I thought I'd bring up some of the Rossoneri love a little bit for tonight.
Yeah, man. No, good to have you on, man. Good to have you on. Big up to everybody in the chat as always. Make sure to subscribe, share the content as always, people. And yeah, we're gonna get into it since we're on the Milan topic. Stefano, let's hear a little bit about yourself. I mean, how did you become a Milan fan?
I was born and raised in Milan, so Milan was gifted upon me. It wasn't really a choice. As I always say, growing up on Sundays, two things were certain. First is mom will take me to mass on Sunday morning, and then Sunday afternoon, dad would sit me down and yell at the TV for 90 minutes. So I don't even remember being a Milan fan. My first memory is I was already a Milan fan.
Yeah, man. Dom, what else? What do you want?
So what's your great, like, what's your most memorable moment as a Milan fan?
Oof. There's a lot. Obviously, I've been spoiled, especially growing up. The peak era of Milan, watching us win Scudetto, but especially Champions Leagues. I think my most fond memory though was 2009 Champions League group stages. We're going up against Real Madrid. This is the year that right after we sold Kaká. So Kaká is playing for Madrid with Ronaldo, although Ronaldo wasn't playing that game. He was out, group stage game. I got to go with my dad to Madrid. So we're in the Bernabeu. My dad had a close friend of his that is a diehard Real Madrid fan. So we're actually in almost the curva of the Madrid fan. So it's all white shirts, and then me, 12 years old, and my pops supporting Milan. And that game ended up being crazy. I don't know if some of you or some of the audience might remember it, but Dida makes a bad mistake, gives Raul a goal. Then in the second half, Pirlo, absolute screamer from almost halfway through, ties it up. Alexandre Pato, absolute legend, loved him to death, makes it 2-1. Drente ties it 2-2, and then in the 90th minute, Pato again, who gave absolute nightmares to Marcelo that day. I think Marcelo Pato absolutely destroying him. And yeah, Pato makes it 3-2 in the 90th minute, and even the Madrid fans were happy for the little 12-year-old wearing the Rossoneri shirt. So I think that has to be my most fond memory of watching Milan for sure.
Yeah.
Nice,
and what are your thoughts about Milan this season? And about Allegri. What are you thinking?
It's tough. I think Allegri is like the most divisive somehow manager managing in Serie A, and I feel like he doesn't really call it up on himself. He has some of the funny quotes, but he never goes out of his way to like trash talk other managers, or like a Fabregas does, or pat his own back too much. And somehow people still love to hate on him. Now, is he an exciting manager? Of course. Was I excited when at the beginning of the season I could say, hey, in the year of our Lord 2026, Max Allegri manages my football club? No, I wasn't pumped, and I probably still am not. But the man was given absolutely nothing. This is a club that finished 8th last year, and probably got worse squad-wise. We lost some key players. We played this whole league with 4 center backs, and when we play three at the back, it doesn't matter that we didn't have Champions League. This is a very limited squad that relied heavily on a 4-year-old legend that is Modric. So to me, Allegri is, has overperformed. He's done all right. I think you got to give him, before you actually critique him, you got to give him the material and a proper squad. Now, do I think that if, he had a proper squad and a proper striker and more options, would he play champagne football? Probably not. This is Max Allegri. I don't think he's ever going to change at this point. But right now, all our problems are upstairs in the management. So what am I going to say? Fire Allegri? And do I have the trust that they're going to hire someone who knows what they're doing? And even if they do get Italiano, who I like, for example, do we trust that it's not going to be the same thing of just like getting more useless players in, getting your Joao Felix and your Nkunku's in, just to then recycle them 6 months later? Nah, Furlani has to go. Ideally, Cardinale has to go. It's all been downhill since Paolo Maldini left. That's honestly what we get when we spit on a football legend and a club legend. So we can discuss about Allegri and who he plays out of position and free at the back, for the back, but ultimately the apple is rotten at the core.
Me and you are on the same page, bro. That's what I've been saying on this podcast since Allegri's been at the club. Now listen, Stefano, bro, I'm gonna pass you over to my boy Nick, because Nick over here has some he has some differences with Allegri. You know what I mean? So Nick, go on your Allegri rant.
Yeah. No, see,
and interact with our fellow guests here.
I want to be respectful to the guest because he knows ball, because he is spitting mostly great facts.
Interesting, Gio. I have said the same thing, Gio. And this guy comes at me, but Stefano says it, and he has great ball now.
No. Because he said, you know why? Because you glaze him, not you, Stefano. I'm talking to Dom. You glaze him, and are just like, oh, it's him. He's great. Oh, whatever. It's all good.
I never said he's great. That's the same thing Stefano said. I said the same thing. This is Allegri's style. He's pragmatic. This is what you're going to get. And it comes from the top. The top is making bad decisions. And right now, Allegri's overachieving with the squad. That's exactly what I have said. And you, okay, go ahead then. This is what I want to hear.
It's a coincidence. Is it a coincidence that every weekend the world is waking up? Every weekend they're like, maybe he's not the same man from before. But before that happens, I do want to say I agree with Stefano 100%. The main issue, the main issue is up top. I agree 100%. I do think Allegri is a problem, but at the end of the day, he is right that if recruitment is bad, how much is it going to help? The problem is even if the recruitment is good, I don't think that man is the man to take him forward. I think he's performed. I don't think he's underperformed. Don't get me wrong. I think I've said it from day one. Fran is a witness. He's in the chat as well. I have said from day one, I think this is where they should be. And so I think he's doing his job. That's my point. I think he's doing his job.
Sorry, Nick, that's not the definition of overachieving.
No, I think he's just achieving. There. Yeah, I think he's just achieving, like where he should be.
Then I don't disagree with Stefano. You disagree with Stefano.
I disagree with that part, but I do agree that the main problem is rotten at the core. I do agree with that.
Well, me and Stefano are right, and you're wrong. That's how.
No, I think. First of all, you're 100% wrong. I think Stefano is. I think he's like 75% correct. However, I do think that unfortunately every weekend you are seeing this is not the same man. He's living. I'm not even addressing that right now. He's living off He's living off his reputation. I'm sorry. He is not the man anymore. And it doesn't have to do with his play style. It doesn't have to do with him being boring, because you know what? If you could guarantee that his boring ass playing style wins 1-0 every weekend, that's fair enough. Because at the end of the day, the most important thing is to win, right? Mm-hmm. He is not a winner anymore. And you've seen in this second half of the season when we were saying he's scraping results in the first half when he was unbeaten other than match day 1. He was unbeaten the first half of the season. Now we've came back to reality, and this happened, and Gio can tell you as well. we had multiple seasons of 2.0 where we were scraping results at the beginning. We were getting by and we said it's non-sustainable. And then it came crashing down. And we're seeing the same pattern that, although I do agree there are definitely weaknesses in Milan's squad, we're not going to have a squad like Juve's 2015 team. Like it's not going to happen. You know what I mean? Like it isn't. If he requires that level of player, then he's not that good. That's my point anymore. I just don't think he's the man to bring you forward. But I do agree. You do have to replace the top. That is the primary issue for sure.
Stefano, you have anything to say to that?
Yeah, you're gonna need to actually pass it on. I can't
pass it on. He can't hear Nick.
He can't hear Nick. Yeah, read lips here a little bit and go off and then go off on your comments. But give me like a 30-second little snippet of
No, we hear you. Just only Stefano can't hear you.
I was gonna say holy
shit.
I
think I might.
Stefano can't hear you because his mic is allergic to BS. His headphones are allergic to BS.
In short, I think you're right about that the main issue is up top. I don't agree that Allegri is the man to take you forward. I think he's
I still don't think
the
he
right
hears you,
man.
Nick. I still don't think he hears you, bro.
Okay, well.
Let me should I try to refresh? Maybe jump in and out?
Yeah.
You could do that, yeah.
I feel like, Nick, though, you can only say that once it's in the summer and he gets the players that he wants. Then we can see about that. Because because this is what you say.
Okay, so he needs world-class players.
No, because I like I said, I would agree with you on some points. The second half, like, the results haven't been there. But then you also have to put in the fact Pulisic's done absolutely nothing. Leao's done absolutely nothing. All their forwards are doing absolutely nothing.
Because he's
like,
nerfed them.
What do you mean he's nerfed them? No. You can't say that. No. Now you're waffling because
now you're playing FIFA 7 chemistry left forward as striker. Like
he was getting MVP shouts, and now you're saying he's nerfing him. No, he's just been awful since the year.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's all him, but like Leao, for example. Bro, he is. He's playing the Leao position. Like Leao's not helping your best player.
Pulisic is different, bro.
Is it a coincidence?
He's been playing good, and then this year he's been playing crap. Like,
okay, so another quick question for you. Even if you want to leave the attack alone, which I think it's both of them, fair, fine. But if you want to leave it alone, what about the defense? What? It's just the defender's fault that they're conceding 3 now, they're conceding 2 now, they're conceding. It's not even the defense anymore.
I'm not saying that. Obviously, his system can be flawed because obviously, like in the current league, like just like doing this 1-0 will not work all the time. But also, too, look at the squad.
But bro, that's my issue. You need to have Juve 2015 dynasty squads to
No, I'm not saying you need to have. I'm not saying you have to have that, but brother, you can't have fucking Nkunku and stuff and Loftus-Cheek and Fofana. These players,
they're shit, but like, they can still score goals. Yeah, I agree, and I do think. But at the end of the day, realistically, right? I don't know who Milan's going to get in the summer. I can't speak on that, right? I don't think there's many players that he can get that are going to auto transform this squad under him. Is my point. I don't think he's.
We're kind of like going like crazy on the topic. Hold on, let's bring it back a little bit.
Yeah,
Stefano, what do you think about Nick's comment? What he said about the defense? I saw you kind of make like a face like, what's up with that? Go ahead.
I mean, we had for the longest time, right up until this last stretch of games, the best defense in the league. This is what Allegri does. We saw a team that was literally conceding the whole year last year, 2 goals like a game, and he did what he did best. I mean, Pavlovic looked like a man reborn. Gabbia was doing well last year, to be fair, and he continued to do as well. Tomori and De Winter, we've seen it this year. They're kind of walking landmines. They need to play in a very specific system. So to me, he's done well. Now, the last little stretch, of course, we're playing terribly. The players are at fault. Max Allegri is at fault. There's no one that escapes blame here. But it's also hard to motivate players when your management is in the press discussing who's going to be the new sporting director because Iglitare is going to get fired, who's going to be the new coach because Allegri is going to go to the national team, which player are we going to buy with the money that we spend, that we earn from Leao, and then you're like, wow, Leao and Max and the whole team seems a little unmotivated. It's like, so, they're all literally 1 foot out the door. And also with the goals, I mean, look, does Max Allegri play offensive football? Of course not. I've watched some disgusting games this year. I'm well aware. But 3rd top XG, it's Inter, it's Juve, and then it's us. with a little more talent.
I didn't know
with
that.
a proper prima punta. Does
Leao,
should Leao be put at left wing? Absolutely. I would love to play for the back with Leao in a 4-3 in his position. Does Fulkrug and Santi Jimenez give us anything decent to say that they've earned their spot? No, I think he's Allegri has been managing with one arm tied behind his back. So yeah,
I that actually is a fair point, and I agree on that, right? But I have 2 points. One point is you said that obviously there's instability in the top, right? Because they're having this, all these rumors, what's going on, whatever. But a couple seasons ago, and even including the man to your left right now, he's praised for giving teams stability. Even when I remember when he was at Juve and you're like, oh, he's the one righting the ship. He's the one stabilizing them when everything's going wrong, when we had accusations, when we had all that going on. But why is he not doing it now?
He is doing it now.
No,
I don't think any other coach. I think few coaches would have Milan in third place right now or fourth place. Right, they're in fourth, right? Fourth.
They're in fourth technically.
Fourth.
They're in fourth place,
I believe.
Yeah.
Are they in
I think
fourth.
I think few coaches would have Milan right now in fourth place, and we are forgetting, Nick, that where was Milan at last season?
Yeah, but that was a horrific season, and I explained even at the beginning of the season.
Nick, let's not go crazy. Let's not go into let's not go crazy. Let's stay on topic. My point is that he has brought stability to Milan.
Yep.
They are more stable than they were last season.
Yeah, but I think other managers could do that too.
No. See, the thing is that now you're going somewhere else.
Oh.
You said that why has he not provided stability? I just said he has, and I think everybody in the room here sees that Allegri has provided more stability to Milan.
I'm talking more on the second half of the season where there's rumors of him, leaving. Is this guy going to leave? What's going on with that? And they actually have simultaneously started to drop, right? Because the first 19 games, they were fantastic, or at least, always getting the results. The second 19 games, the second half of the season, they have been dropping a lot of points and dropping a lot of, games that they should, right?
Well, so has Conte's Napoli. So is Conte just a washed bum that should just retire?
But you and Tony yourself have spoken about a lot of different reasons, and I don't want to drift right now. I think those are different circumstances, though.
I'm just saying, bro, Allegri has provided stability to Milan. And I think, Stefano, you agree that he has brought some stability to your club?
I mean, absolutely. Do I think that this is the way you want to go forward? I think modern football, and the reason why Italian football is in trouble at the club level and the national level, is that there's no vision. And I think a manager like Allegri brings no vision. But look, as you said, we were eighth. We were all over the place. We come from a season where, you remember the water cooling break incident last season where, Fonseca calls everyone close by Lazio and Theo and Leao are on the other side of the pitch, ignoring them. All that shit was happening last year. Allegri brought everyone together and made it work. Now, we were 2 points away from Inter in January. He goes to the board. He asks for some signings. They bring him Fulkrug. That's it. Nicolas Fulkrug, West Ham reject. And then we find out, according to Italian newspaper as of yesterday, that him and Ibra had a fight and then no longer spoke since January. Because Ibra was making phone calls to Leao and Fofana and trying to be the player manager that he is, even though he's off with Tom Brady getting his head shaved, even for whatever reason. Yeah, all in love and respect for club legend Ibra, but he's trying now to do to Furlani what Furlani did to Maldini while having zero experience in this whatsoever.
I didn't know that. Wow, I didn't know that about Ibra. So that's interesting.
The stability, yeah. You'd expect a manager like Allegri to sort of ride this out and get the fourth place. But right now, the split is intense. Him and Tare on one end, and the rest of the management is there. and they're saying, hey, if you go out the door, how do you expect, I can't expect a manager to hold the locker room together when half the locker room knows that they're going to get sold, and the manager is also on his way out. Like I imagine being a player right now and be like, imagine being Rafa Leao, who's always so overly criticized, and be like, yeah, the fans are telling me to fuck off. I think the management has told me also that they're going to sell me. And I need to listen to this guy who's also being kicked out. Like, yeah, I don't know.
It's the case of it being where a lot of what you said is right? And I just, in my opinion, I just think, for example, Leao is, although a lot of it is.
Hey, Nick, Nick, sorry to cut you up, but drive the point real fast because we need it.
Leao is, don't get me wrong, Leao is a player that, don't get me wrong, he's done a lot wrong this season. But I don't think losing Leao is worth it at the expense of keeping Allegri. I think there's bigger foundational points that Allegri is not the man to go future forward. That's where I have the issue, right? It's like I don't, like you said, we're leading into a case where maybe we need to start evolving a bit.
This guy's so obsessed with Allegri, bro.
No, I think he's done his job.
Okay, Nick, you drove your point so many times. I gotta memorize it. Listen, my guy over here. So that brings us into the next topic. Are you next season? Are you Allegri in, or are you Allegri out right now? If he, all right, let's paint you a scenario. You make top 4. You guys manage to lock in top 4. Are you Allegri in, or are you Allegri out going into Champions League football?
If everything remains the same with the management right now, it has to be Allegri in, simply because anything else would just be worse. There is a lot of managers in Italy and outside that could have us playing better football for sure than Allegri. I don't doubt that. I agree with Nick on that. But if the management is this, we need someone who can take over and stabilize, but also, Allegri's been this season in the press conferences. He just kind of takes it all. He protects the group, and right now that's what we need. So you make top 4. Tade stays, probably not anyway, but I'd rather have Allegri because I do not trust these no disrespect to you, but the American ownership to make any sort of right call when it comes to football and decisions. So Allegri's for me right now the only constant, but I'm not particularly excited about it. I don't think it's gonna lead to success, but we're not looking at many good options beyond him.
Is your answer still the same if you do not make Champions League?
If you do not make Champions League, it's such a big failure that almost everyone needs to go. Anyone that can go needs to go. I think Allegri needs to go. I think Tare would go. I would hope that Giorgio Furlani also go, and then you need to restart, and yet again, which we've done so many times in this last 4 years. So at that point, that's such a big failure to this. Especially with how we started the season, that I think Allegri, but a lot of people would need to go in that case.
Okay. Anybody else got any questions, comments?
I got a question for Stefano.
Go ahead.
So if you were, let's say you were like owning Milan right now, like you were in charge. Let's say you took Giorgio Furlani's place tomorrow, and you looked at this team, and you look at Allegri, and let's say you didn't make top 4, right? You missed out on it. You finished 5th. How many players realistically, would you think they're not good enough for Milan? Like they're not going to take Milan forward? How many would you consider selling, and possibly if you replace Allegri, what kind of players would you want to bring in instead?
Honestly, I hate the rotation that we've had with this ownership. Every 6 months, we sell a player and buy another player. All this, it's such bullshit. We need some stability. We need some continuity, and that goes with the players too. There's obviously a few players that aren't good enough for Milan, whatever that means right now, and a few that should go. But our squad is so thin, especially if you were to introduce European competition, whether it's Champions League or Europa League, and you're playing twice as much. So I would definitely get rid of some dead wood. Anyone who's followed our podcast knows that I'm not a fan of Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I cannot wait to see that man leave. And we're probably too loaded in those half strikers, wingers, and Kunku can go. If we need to get rid of one of Pulisic or Leao, I would pick Pulisic. But for the rest, it's all to build on. I mean, we need simply more numbers. Center backs, I think we're gonna try to pursue Gila from Lazio, who I love, and hopefully lets us play for the back. We definitely need wing back, like fullbacks. We have none. Bartesaghi is the closest. Salemaker has been playing wing back, but he can't play for the back. Same with Atekame. Estupinian is absolutely dreadful. It is shocking to me. Before we talk about Allegri or any of that, the fact that we replaced Theo Hernandez with Estupinian is actually a football crime. The man is a disgusting football player, and he could have only played in the Premier League because he absolutely does not know how to defend. It is insane watching him play at this level, and his spot was taken by a 19-year-old for a reason. And then we need a striker. I mean, my dream would be Gila from Lazio. In the midfield, we're probably gonna get rid of. I'm guessing Fofana because Furlani likes the Excel sheet deals, and then Fofana looks like the biggest plusvalenza. Then you can bring in, rumors say Goretzka. Okay, sure, that works on a free. The dream for me would be able to get Vlahovic. Now I don't think we have the money for that, even with the injury. Which maybe allow us to sort of throw a hat in the game, but I would love to get Dusan. I've always been a big fan. I always thought it was sort of like a tiny Ibra regen, and I was hoping to get him from Fiorentina when he went to Juve. And obviously there's a Allegri connection there, but I mean there's a lot of work to do, but I wouldn't sell so many players.
Why do you like Vlahovic, and why would you want him at your club?
Well, we have no really prima punta, no main striker.
Sure.
I always like his physicality that he paired with his speed. I'm trying to watch him now after his injury. He seems okay. It's always tough to come back from such injury. Realistically, we're not in the beggars can be choosers right now. If you're coming to Milan, it's not because we wanted you more than everyone else and we could pay you more than anyone else. So we have to look a little bit in the reject bin. The only reason why I think we could get Vlahovic was because of his injury. Otherwise, he might still go to like a Barca or an Atletico Madrid or something like that. But I mean, someone who puts the ball in the back of the net. Last time we had a 20 goal scorer in the league, I believe, was Carlos Bacca. In I don't know, seasons, right? Something like that. I don't remember the exact year, something like that. It's insane. It's insane. I mean, if you look at the between then the numbers of the strikers that Inter had, obviously Lautaro, Thuram, but you can go back and you have your Cardis. Of course, you have some misses, but you have some strong players. For us, it's just disgusting. Like our number is 9 beyond Giroud, whose numbers weren't great. Obviously, he was also on the older side, but definitely carried his weight. We had some absolute trash cans walking around in San Siro, which is just inexcusable for a club our size. And throughout the seasons with more or less money, still a big pool. And we still haven't found one. Santi Jimenez was supposed to be the one.
Yeah, what a disappointment Jimenez is, huh? What a disappointment
I know a
Jimenez is.
striker that's available that's looking for a team. It's Lukaku. What's your thoughts on that?
Lukaku.
I did not hear any of that.
You have to let him complete the full circle.
Hoyan, your mic is
terrible.
We're doing this again?
Internet again, bro.
Internet. Brother, your mic is a bit cooked.
Yo, Hoyan, bro.
I think he's cooked. Look at him. Oh,
Hoyan, you like Hoyan. You're supposed to be like the representative of Inter on this show, bro. And you're just like all over the place, fam. What's going on with you, bro?
I've been celebrating too much.
You've been celebrating so hard.
Rightfully so. Let's go.
Fix your mic, bro. Really.
Hey, but real talk. Anybody else have any questions for our Milan representative and chat as well? You guys have any questions for him? He's gonna be here for a while. We're gonna head into predictions for your guys' match coming up against Genoa away.
Which I guess
there
we're
you go.
playing at 12. Is that fixed, by the way? Did they fix the time?
Yeah, we're all
they-
playing
Oh,
the early match, brother. Yep, we're all playing the early match.
That's
Dom,
that's
you're
rough for you.
gonna-
guys,
right,
especially.
buddy?
This league is not
6
real.
a.m. I ain't waking up 6
Dom,
a.m.
you're tuned in, right?
I have to wake up at 6 a.m.
Hey, we play at 12. I'm good. All
6
right.
a.m.
Doodle, why are you even speaking? Inter's not playing at
All
the
right,
early match,
Steph-
bro. So why?
Yeah. Why?
Your games are
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. We
Yeah,
got a
they have
trophy
to
to
play.
lift. What?
No, you're not playing the early
You're not
match.
playing.
You're also
It's only
what do you-
Champions League. It's only Champions League teams like besides Inter.
We're playing a
You're
bit
playing at
later.
9.
Yeah.
You're
I
playing at
have a more of a general question for Stefano.
Oh, you have a question, Asser?
Like more of a general one, not this season. Who was your all-time favorite Milan player, or at least name like a few?
Ooh, like a Mount Rushmore. I mean, for me, the age that I am, born in 97, Ricardo Kaká has to be, if not number one, definitely up there. I mean, I've seen him just decimate. I remember the derbies where we used to count just how many yellow cards by himself used to cause, just absolute sprinting by, and obviously the Champions League win. So he has to be up there. Shevchenko for sure. I mean, I remember as a little kid getting the Buska to try to match the Ukrainian devil. I mean, just such a elegant player. Honestly, Ronaldinho as well. I know people don't think about him as a Milan player. But if you remember some of those Milan years, he still pulled up numbers. Obviously, he wasn't Barcelona Ronaldinho, but he was a baller still. And I don't know, I just like the technical players, always have. And then if you do Mount Rushmore, I'll give you a fourth. There's a few. Could be Gattuso, honestly, gritty. Super undervalued, and just I mean the type of footballer that you would need right now in a locker room like Milan. But I give the nod to Inzaghi actually, because the man was just a different level. You technically, bricks instead of feet, absolutely square feet. But the man just lived for goals. I mean, he used to do crazy stuff like see which the defender which studs they have and who's more likely to slip on the pitch so that he could run in behind them. An absolute just goal fiend. So Pippo Inzaghi, the man who was born offside. I love them.
No Pirlo for you?
Pirlo obviously went to the dark side after a little bit of disrespect. After a little bit of disrespect from our side, and also Allegri was involved in that too. I feel like Pirlo is getting disrespected. I'm starting to love him more and more now because he gets so disrespected by the young, but the youths.
Yeah. Yes,
I love
you're right
Luka
about that.
Modric, but there are people that say, "Oh, Luka Modric is clear," and I'm like, I love Luka Modric. Luka Modric is one of the greatest of all time, but Pirlo is Iniesta level. Pirlo.
They were like the Juventini were comparing Miretti to Pirlo the other day, bro. Their own fan base is disrespecting Pirlo.
All right.
Locatelli is the next thing,
Listen.
the next best thing, bro.
No.
These voices in your
No,
head
we're not
Locatelli,
bringing this up
Locatelli
again,
too.
right, guys? We're not bringing this up again.
Your
The
voice
people
is
that they
wrong.
comparing with Pirlo, because then I want to have a big problem with that,
No, you have,
because then
Stefano,
Nick.
the
Hey,
new-
listen, Nick.
The new
right?
generation
No
compares
look at
Kevin
that.
De Bruyne. They say Kevin De Bruyne's better.
Nah,
They say Gerrard and Lampard. Like people
I have to hear
disrespect
De
the hell
Bruyne
out
better
of
than Pirlo and Kaká, and I'm like, all right, then I need to get out of
Might
here.
as well
This is
just leave. That's it.
He's top 5 ever. I think he's
Yeah.
close.
Oh, Locatelli Ballon d'Or, bro. You didn't hear? You didn't
Oh
hear,
my
bro.
god!
You
Yo,
didn't
that
hear?
was
He's
bad.
top 5.
Now,
though.
Stefano, man, some of the things I've seen from the Juventus fan base, our fan base in general, has been
Hey, I mean,
absolutely
friend of your show and friend of our show. She's been on our show. She's great, Lex.
Yeah, Lex,
But I remember early this season we had we were getting ready to play Juve the first time, and we made a couple reels on Instagram, and we were doing a little side to side information, player by player, and she picked Di Gregorio ahead of Magnan. And I was still early in the season, but I was like, "Are you sure you want to do that?"
no.
And
Oh, no,
that
that
is
was-
age.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I remember
and that is
Oh.
age early,
He's gonna
and
send
I
emails
have
in
not,
the chat
I have not let her live that down ever since. I think I bring it up every time we get to talk. But shout out to Lex. She's
she's the queen. She's the queen of Calcio.
You're gonna have Deportes in the chat now. Send 9 messages because of that. he's his strongest warrior, bro.
Guys,
This guy right here is Mainen's strongest warrior.
Hey guys, check that episode out. By the way, that was actually a good, nice collab that they did. It was
in the description, guys. All this,
I saw that
the
short.
Description,
Actually,
the channel, everything's linked. So make sure to go check it out.
Tony, you got anything for our AC Milan fan over here, bro?
Actually, yeah, I do. Okay,
you want to sell them Politano, bro? You want to sell them Politano for like $5 million?
Dad, we got Lorenzo Luca. I know you got a striker, center back Juan Jesus. I got a lot of people to sell.
Hey, don't tell Giorgio Furlani. He might just take you
out.
Oh
no!
Hey, I've seen guys. I'm sure.
So I had a question about next season, right? So let's say you get top 4, and let's say you change management, and Allegri gets all the players he wants. What is your objective next year then?
I mean,
you shouldn't have. There shouldn't be no pause, bro. You grande Milan, bro. Say Scudetto, bro. Just say
you're not wrong, but I'm tired, boss. I'm tired. I'm sorry. I've been through some shit this last couple of years, okay? It's the hope that kills you, okay? If I say Scudetto and then I'm just fucking fighting for 8th again, I might not see the light of day the next day, you know what I mean? No, but you're right. I mean, it should be Scudetto. If you're talking about, you get your ideal management, you get your ideal players. But yeah, I guess if the management is right. I mean, I think this is the big difference between us and Inter. I mean, you see how tight of a ship Marotta. Now Marotta is a crook, but still, how tight of a ship he runs. And their failure season is when they get humiliated in the Champions League final, get 1 point lost, lose the Scudetto by 1 point, and lose in the Coppa Italia in the semi-final. That's their failure. That's a season that all of our other clubs here in Italy would love to have. So, if that's the case, it should be the Scudetto, but with this management, honestly, I have zero faith, which is the worst. I don't mind losing. I don't mind watching Milan lose, and I've been through the Bante era. I don't mind bad seasons. But I need some sort of vision, and I need some sort of, in Italian we say appartenenza, some sense that you belong to this club. And they've taken that right out. When I see San Siro be quiet and fans walking out 15 minutes in, this is the same San Siro that we used to pack during the Bante era, even when we had, Urbi Emanuelson and Van Ginkel playing in the starting position. So, to me, with this management, I have very little faith. So if everything were to change, I guess it should be the Scudetto, but Rossoneri, I wouldn't hold out my hopes too high.
Okay. Fair enough. So your answer is Champions League trophy and Scudetto.
Champions League trophy. I don't know when is the next time you think an Italian club wins the Champions League?
When or who?
When? Because I think it's going to be so far in the distance.
I say like another. I'm gonna be real with you. I say another 3 years.
Three.
Nah.
I was gonna say 2038 or something, bro.
It's gonna be in another 3 years, and it's gonna be Palladino with Napoli, bro.
Oh, we're just lying. Okay.
No, I see the vision. Bro. I see.
Tony. If this was to happen, if Napoli would be the next Italian team to win the Champions League, you know how many haters we would have on the streets, bro? You know, Inter would be hating, Juventus would be hating, and especially Milan, bro. But I mean, God's would have to help us out like a lot. Bring down the angels and like all the saints would have to hit the field and everything for that to happen. But
look, realistically, I honestly think all of your clubs should be rooting for Milan to do better because clearly none of you are good enough. None of you are good enough to be in the Champions League and do well historically. I mean, yikes. Inter's got close, but they struggle with finals. They got a little bit of the Juve disease. Napoli, I mean, you guys, I think were 32nd out of 36 last year. So you need the proper European DNA.
No. Your DNA has been 8. Your DNA has been 8.
since you want to open up a little banter window there, my friend, you know that you have the same amount of trophies as Lazio does in the last how many years it's been?
Since 1998.
Do you know that a Napoli fan right now has seen more trophies than a Milan fan in the last how many years, Tony? Like
Since
15?
2012. Since 2012.
15? Yeah. So I wouldn't be worrying about Champions League right now. I would just be worrying about winning something.
Bro.
I don't know,
How about
man.
a
I feel
Coppa
like we had a
Italia?
better Champions League campaign this year than you guys, and we weren't even in the tournament at all.
You're gonna make.
Oh, that's
me
a
start,
funny one. I like that. That was
You're gonna
creative.
make
I
me-
like that one. That's a good one.
With
That's a
full
good one.
respect, you're gonna make me do something I hate. You're gonna make me back Dom. Okay, you can't chirp Napoli when you didn't even enter. You were outside the club. You weren't even in the club, bro. You can't even. I don't want to hear this DNA when you come in. Like, why? What do you mean?
Nick, it's like that one guy getting jumped in the club, and there's the guy outside the window, like, yeah, you get that.
The hate watch. The hate
You're
watches
making me
have
do
been
something I don't want
spectacular
to
this
do.
year,
You
by the
can't
way.
say that.
No, I bet you Milan was enjoying the hate watches for real, because we all
The Champions
crashed out
League
pretty
watches,
early.
yeah. The Bodo Glimt, yeah. But nothing will peak the Champions League final of last year. The 5-0.
Refresh my memory. What happened there?
That was the greatest hate watch of all time.
Honestly, this is not. I'm not even firing shots right now at Inter, which of course it is. But honestly, that was the best hate watch I've had. What are you boys? Some of your best hate watches that you remember? Some one you were just laughing at the TV.
Real Madrid being Juventus in this.
Yeah, like that one made me depressed for like.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
I would say
all these bums.
Last season, definitely the Inter one. Honestly,
bro, you had to remind me of that game, bro. You had to remind me of that.
That's
game.
the most depressing game I've ever seen.
You know what's funny is you can mention which one because there was two of them.
No, but the other one is.
Well, unfortunately for you, there's no memory of you guys in the UCL final at all.
There's no memory of them in the UCL semifinal even.
Hey, Tony,
haven't even made the semifinal.
Tony, would you rather like?
Yes, you make the final and you lose them.
Tony, would you rather like not be there or just remember you getting completely violated in the final?
Well, I'd rather get violated in the final.
Listen,
those type of things. You know, I'd rather not show up to get violated, but I guess you like that type of stuff.
But I'd rather be the opportunity to win versus never even making top four.
Well, that never happened. So the opportunity was
they have.
you guys
They
didn't
have.
What are you on, you fraud?
Yeah.
This guy on. He's doing this again, bro. Like this is the second damn pot in the row this guy's been doing. This
Honestly, by the way, Stefano, anytime Berardi plays versus Milan is always anytime Berardi plays against Milan.
Every fucking time. Yeah, I thought it was gonna cost Allegri's job again. Twice would have been insane.
Oh my god. That would.
Any guys want to answer his question about what's your best hate watch in the CL?
In the CL.
I like that. I like that Bayern. I love that Bayern Atalanta result too. I love that one.
Well, especially with Pride of Italy over here. Pride of Italy, right?
That's what caused Palladino to get the freak out of that bum ass squad, bro.
Hate watching Atalanta. How the
I know. Oh my god, I know the perfect one. It's a Real Madrid Juve, but it's the one where Juve were coming back and then Real Madrid got that.
The one where
you have
Buffon
a trash
lost
can
it.
instead of your heart.
Lost the shit.
I'm not gonna comment on that because that one was disgusting. Yeah. That one was disgusting.
No comment.
The final one is the worst one.
No comment.
The final one's the worst one.
Dom.
You concede a deflected 40-yard banger from Casemiro, and then it just goes to shit. That one was the worst one, bro.
Hey, Cuadrado got a red card though.
That
was bullshit.
Listen. I know you hate them. But let's just call it as it is. That was the craziest call I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that was such a weird call. I can't lie. That was
one of my most hated players, bro. I'm so
fucking
glad
hate
that
Ramos, bro.
got sent.
Oh, dude.
Ramos.
Hey guys, let's move on to
let's
we're still on the Milan topic. Let's go to Genoa versus Milan coming up. Listen, Stefano, bro. I don't know what's going on with you guys. You guys kind of like just don't want to make Champions League. You're almost like us right now. But how do you feel? Don't throw me out any predictions or anything like that. Tell me what's your vibe. What do you think right now? Is Milan going to take this game seriously?
It's honestly impossible to predict. Like we have the players to beat Genoa, of course. Genoa plays well. I like what De Rossi is doing a lot. I think he's an underrated manager. But obviously we can beat him. But right now it seems like the players have no motivation. The manager has no motivation. As I said, half of them think they have one foot out the door. So I honestly would play a lot of if Allegri was a madman, I would play a lot of the Milan Futuro or Primavera kids.
Wow, really?
Because right now we need to run. The players don't run. If you watch a game against Atalanta until Nkunku comes in later on, there's literally just no running. And I don't care if you're Messi and Ronaldo and you have all the big ballers up there. If you don't run, you're not gonna win. So right now it's impossible to predict. Do I hope that they look themselves in the mirror and say, look, I might not be here next year, but I have some pride in myself and for the jersey, and go out and just beat Genoa and Cagliari. That's all we need to do. Genoa and Cagliari. This is not mission impossible. This is not the beat Real Madrid and make the Champions League semifinals that we were talking about. But honestly, I have no idea what to expect from this team. I don't even know if they're gonna try.
Wow. This is
Dark.
7 winning Champions League Milan.
I know.
They don't know.
I know. And you guys need to end me back on when we're doing well, because I feel like I'm just depressing as fuck right now, but it is what it is.
No, man. No, listen. Yeah, I hear you, bro. I think my opinion is that I think Allegri is gonna get it done. It's gonna be a 1-0. I don't want to throw out predictions yet, but I think he's gonna get it done. He's gonna be a scrappy win. And it's not gonna make you guys feel any better other than you guys got 3 points. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, you guys wanna what you guys got for Stefano? You guys got anything about Genoa Milan? Any thoughts before we go into predictions?
Well, that's gonna be a tough match, especially away. You know, we already know De Rossi's gonna be like, this is like smelling blood over here. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, I mean, we'll see what happens. Malinowski is also gonna be, I think, playing for against you guys, right? I think he's back, so he's usually the person that could cause some damage for you guys. Baldanzi as well, if he's fit. If he's fit, yeah. So I don't know. I have mixed feelings with this game with Milan because, I mean, they have to get a result. This is the game where they have to, man. Because, the other teams, we'll see what happens with them. But you guys have to get a win because you guys' form right now and the way that you guys have been playing has been absolutely awful. So, yeah. He's back.
I can't see a world where Milan win this game. Like Genoa away particularly have been such a tough team. They literally beat Roma when we said it as well. I just think with Milan's form and the slight bias of De Rossi trying to help his former club, I don't know how they win this game.
That's true. Although to your point and to Gio's point, I think playing away helps us right now.
Do you? Okay.
The situation is so dire, and San Siro rightfully so is so against the management that playing away is honestly probably better for this for these players right now. Genoa has nothing to play for. Okay, maybe if we want to buy into De Rossi trying to set Roma up for success. It also may be a case that I think we do need to win both, obviously. But it may be a case that a draw can go a long way. We've seen unfortunately this season is between Juve, us, Napoli a little bit, Roma. It seems like everyone's trying to do their best to shoot themselves in the foot. I mean, even Juve. Everyone talks about Allegri Cortomuso, but it's either been draws or 1-0 wins for you guys too. So do I have trust in Roma not bottling? No, I think that's kind of what they do. I don't know how Gasperini. Everyone criticizes Allegri, but Gasperini, I mean, the PR that man has, him and Fabregas, I don't understand. He complains about how the Mercato didn't give me anyone. In January, we were 2 points away from league leaders Inter, and we got Nicolas Füllkrug from West Ham. I repeat again,
Yep.
and they got Donny Malen, and somehow he managed to get Ranieri fired. It's wild. But yeah, I mean, I don't blame you for saying that. Yeah, there's very little word. Win. Yeah, we should be able to, but we live in the upside down world right now. It's beyond football. It's beyond X's and O's right now. So who knows?
Everyone can drop points at any time right now. Honestly,
yeah.
Anyone can drop points right now.
Yeah. Only Inter, and that's why they've rightfully won the league. Have been able to win the games that they should have. They've proven that they struggle against the big teams, but in this Serie A, all you need to do is to pretty much just steamroll through, from 8th to 20th.
Yeah, and be friends with Rocky too. Oh, did I say that out loud?
I do have actually a question about that to Nick, but also maybe to Gio, regarding the Inter scandal. So Juve is sort of like the LeBron James of cheating scandals. So what sort of advice do you have for your fellow cheaters? But I promise I'm a nice guy. It's just 4:30 a.m. in the morning.
I have a question after Gio.
Wait a second. I do recall.
He just walked in here and was like,
"You know your damn role and shut your damn mouth."
Gio,
out of pocket.
No, completely acceptable. Completely acceptable.
Spit your shit. That's fine. Don't worry.
Wow. I did not expect that. But weren't you guys also, cheating as well? You know what I mean? Like, you guys cheated as well.
Look at his eyes.
You know what I mean? Look at him. And let's not forget,
Listen,
you guys
brother.
weren't just one time. You also twice. You know what I mean? And then
Are we having a cheat off in here right now?
You know what Stefano, you know what you are in equivalence to these scandals? You're the Johan Cruyff, all right? You're the pioneer that started it all right? All right? 1980, 1981 was not a good time, all right? That's all I want.
They were the first ones to actually do that.
The first ever.
The first ever ones.
I like
Ever. So I don't.
Hey, my guy, that was a good
That was a good point, though.
Mad respect, bro.
You know what's funny? I was so confused why he was asking us, because he's talking about the Inter thing, and I'm like, does he think we're Inter fans? And I was like, wait,
it's refreshing to see a Milanista not, riding with Juve for once. We finally get to see a Milanista that is not,
Listen, what
actually...
we have in commonality, Juve and AC Milan fans need to come together and understand, no matter what, Inter is the little cousin.
Okay, well, you just let your little cousin be first in the table. Well, you guys are fighting for
Why is this about Inter right now? We're talking about Milan.
Time out.
Why is it about us?
Real quick, time out. You said that you have to come together, like
they're the insignificant relative. That's what we share.
You guys have been together. You guys are like the kissing cousins of Serie A, bro. When you guys
listen, Alabama
not
over
even
here.
a derby.
Alabama,
derby, bro.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Dude, there's
I don't know
no
what you get
energy. There's no nothing. You guys are always kissing each other to take shots at Inter. It's been like that.
Bro, is this what Alabama Thanksgivings are like? Like, what are we talking about? That you're kissing cousins? What are we talking about? Man?
Yeah, kissing cousins. That's what you see the memes. You seen the memes, bro? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and there's the same ones with Napoli and Inter. Doesn't mean that I think you guys are kissing.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
You know what, Stefano? You know what cute is here is that Nick has actually tried to push that there is a rivalry.
I do
between
think
Juventus and Milan, and there is not. There's no energy there, bro.
At least
you guys can't even score on each other.
And at least in a sporting.
When was the last time you guys scored on each other, bro?
Okay, that means we're both shit. What's your point?
I'm sorry.
At least in a sporting.
It's not a rival, bro.
At least in a sporting sense, would you not say, outside of obviously Milan for you, and obviously outside of Inter for us, because again they're the small little insignificant cousin, what would you not say that AC and Juve, at least in a sporting sense, is a rivalry in Italy?
No, you guys do not have any type of rivalry energy.
I don't understand
towards each other, bro.
My grandfather was a Milan fan.
I don't know about that. Yeah.
Stefano, bro.
Look, Inter obviously is our worst nemesis, but right after that, like we don't do well with Roma, but like I don't know, Roma, like there's leagues, there's levels to this. Roma is not there. Lazio is not there. Atalanta is coming back up, no disrespect, but it's not there.
Are they?
Napoli, Napoli, we're not, we're not really worried. I mean, I still remember when we lost the league because of the Muntari phantom goal to Juve. That doesn't go away.
So do you agree? Like semi-wise, at least.
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for after Inter, I would go Juve.
You know what?
Nick is not sleeping tonight because someone finally agreed with him that there's a rivalry.
I trust his opinion. I'm so happy right now.
But to be fair, I don't know if you know we've had Uncle Sharma. You know Uncle Sharma?
Yeah.
Great guy. He did call on my own podcast called Milan and Juve fans the Blowjob Brothers. And I haven't recovered. I don't understand, bro. I haven't recovered from that one. Shout out to Sharma as well. Absolutely.
No, shout out to Sharma, man. Sharma's good. Big up to Sharma.
Brothers is fucking
wow.
No, but honestly, dude, at least in a sporting
sense, you're a damn liar, bro. You are a damn liar, man. Get out of here with that trash, bro. Get out of here with that trash, bro.
Yeah, because it disagrees. Yeah. But
have you ever heard of any Milan fan tell you that they hate Juventus more than they hate Inter?
Not more, but that they hate Juve. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And what does it say here, Nick?
Well, maybe he does. I don't know him personally.
All right.
That's a lie.
Mine is psyche. I don't know.
Hey, we won a Champions League beating Inter in the semifinals and Juve in the final. That to me, that's the level of hatred and competition, and that will never be topped. If I look outside Inter, I think. The scope right after that goes to Juve.
Because you got your only real rival is Inter, so you're like now you're trying to see who else you could maybe and then there's Juventus there. But come on, bro, we even seen those matches. Does that give you like even any type of derby type of vibe? No, bro, you got kissers. You got players kissing each other at the end of the game, for Christ's sakes.
But bro, we're ass right now in prime.
Yeah.
We're terrible.
As long as we're both, at least one of us is terrible. There's not really much to do.
Yeah.
Also, since both of you guys are cheeks, then you guys are okay.
We're just two cheeks of the same ass right now.
Two cheeks of the same.
Bro, spending 3 hours to watch a cumulative 0 goals this season was incredible. Let me tell you.
Spending 3 hours of hearing you just talk nonsense on the show is even worse, bro.
Yeah. Come fight me then.
Listen, let's go into predictions. Genoa versus Milan. What do you guys got? Quick predictions so we can move on to Inter. So we can have our guests give some insight on Inter as well. Me, I'm gonna go first. Actually, Stefano, kick it off. What you got? Genoa versus Milan.
Well, I feel like we've been talking a lot of trash, so I feel like I gotta back up the boys. It's gonna be a 3-0 convincing win. Because look, it's as likely that we lose 3-0 that we win 3-0. This is how crazy the situation is right now with Milan, and I truly believe that. But I'm gonna go win. We're gonna score. Santi Jimenez is gonna score. Which is already crazy, but in this world when we win 3-0, we gotta ride with craziness. And then 2 goals from Rafa Leao, because I'm truly mourning the fact that we're probably gonna sell him. I love Rafa. I hate how much hate he gets, and I hate how our fans are the first ones to hit on him. I don't know if it's the racial thing. I don't know what it is, but it's insane. Rafa, ti amo. So I'll stick with that 3-0. Clip this, send it to me on Twitter after when we inevitably drop points and have 2 shots on target the whole game.
Yeah, I'm writing these down, by the way, just like I did last time. So we have 3-0. Who else who's going up next?
I'll go 2-1 Milan.
Nick,
2-2.
Answer.
Hold on, give me a sec. You said 3-0, right? Stefano?
Yeah, Stefano.
Mm-hmm.
Tony, what did you say?
2-1 Milan.
Okay. Who's next?
2-2 draw.
All right.
2-1 Genoa.
Damn.
Yep.
2-1 Genoa. Oh,
yep.
Man.
They do the shit from
Hoyan?
I see myself supporting Milan because I don't want Roma to come to the champs. So 1-0.
What?
Why you know about Roma? Why you know about Roma?
Is everything okay?
We're playing 3D chess here, man. There's a player there that we need.
No. Hoya.
Oh yeah.
No.
3D chess.
No.
There
There
you
is
go.
no 3D chess. No, bro.
Yeah. Doodle, go ahead.
1-1 draw.
1-1 draw.
What's the chess here?
This game is
Here.
calling for a draw. 2-2. I'm going 2-2.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 1-0 Milan.
1-0. Portamuso.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Alrighty. Well,
If you
let's
guys
move
have
on.
any, if you guys have any more questions for Stefano, just pop it up in the chat. We are going to move into Inter.
Yep.
Coppa Italia Champions, the 10th one in their history. Silver Star, and they beat Lazio 2-0. First, who wants to open it up? You want? Hoyan, we'll let you open it up since you're rarely here, bro. You're rarely around.
No. You go first. You're the guest.
I'm gonna switch stations. Actually, how's my audio? Still terrible, right?
No, you're
No, it's good.
It's way better.
Yeah, you're good now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, Inter beat Lazio 2-0 and win the domestic double. Did Inter dominate or did Lazio make it easy on them?
I think we're just class levels ahead of Lazio. In my opinion, just no offense to them. Outside of maybe 2 chances, I would say they really didn't do anything. I think they came with a good game plan until they scored their own goal, and then at that moment they had to play ball. And once you got to play ball, especially with this Inter and how they've been on form, you're looking down the barrel of the gun. But so I was just seeing. I'm glad to see the response for these players. Shout out to Christian Kivu. And speaking of Christian Kivu, listen, man. A man has 3 things in this world, okay? His name, his pride, and his word. And all the Kivu army, I promised them, majority, especially the leaders, that I would make a public apology if he did the domestic double. So I got the apology right here. I'm about to read it off.
Let's hear it.
It's me honoring my word. My apology letter to I wrote Christina Kivu.
Christina.
I'm sorry, Mr. Kivu. I was not familiar with your game. You found a way to surpass that fraud, Simone Inzaghi, in 1 season. I appreciate the work you have done with the boys, helping them achieve this goal and winning the domestic double that hasn't been achieved since 2010. I can't wait to see what you do next year. Maestro, please accept my apology and go ahead and play the Made in Romania. Oh, we can't do no bad. There you go. So please, Kivu Army, get off my butt, bro. Get off my butt. I did what I had to do. I took the plea deal. I honored it. So we move on. But no, I'm like,
They've been on you, bro. They've been on you, dog.
Oh, they've been on him. Well,
This been you. This been you the last couple of weeks, bro. That been you, bro. Sorry to hear that, fam.
That and more. Like, you know,
we really are very sad to hear that you are getting slaughtered by Kivu Army, bro. For real.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you,
We don't care.
Yeah, bro.
They might be coming for you next. That's all I'm gonna say. All right.
Oh man, they're gonna come for
Wow.
me. I don't know why. I believed more in their team than they did. For Christ's sakes,
More than
I had
you,
them
dog.
fighting for the Scudetto this season. Half of them had him 4th. All right, so let's be real here. Anyways,
no, just to close it off, like I think this is really good mentally speaking for the players. From the way, because people need to understand, like the beginning for Inter, we had multiple players wanted out of the club. I'm talking about Pavard, Hakan, them. On top of that, he got signed up, I think about 2 or a week before the World Cup. So he came into there. And then, of course, the media, majority of the fan base, nobody believed in him. I thought multiple times. I think that back-to-back games was at Juve and Udinese where he lost. I thought he was done. It was over. But the management stuck with him, fought it through. Even the losing Super Copa, I was thinking that was probably done. But I got to give him props for what he did. And maybe, I don't want to get ahead of myself. We could be seeing a star being born right now in Christian Kivu because I think
are you talking about an Inter dynasty?
The dynasty, in my opinion, in order for you to continue, you got to get the quality of players that's going to build it. But dynasty over Italy, I think there will be. I think Inter should be able to repeat very easily.
So you are calling a possible dynasty for Inter?
Domestic dynasty, yes.
Domestic
dynasty. As a dynasty?
Oh, Europe.
What do you define as a dynasty? Like how many? Like just repeating, or?
I think so right now, if we realistically look at it, technically, if Napoli didn't win last year, this would have been a third in a row, right? But that didn't happen. So I think if you can string together more than 2 titles in a row, I think at that moment you can get a dynasty. And last time we had 3 out of the last 5 years, I think, or 6, whatever the math is, that Inter's won compared to everybody else they have either got 2, 1, or none. So I think
I was wondering if you meant like 5, like when you guys won 5, or you did with 9. Like I didn't know like what you meant by
9 is just crazy, bro.
I just was wondering what you meant by dynasty.
I think at that,
9 is the empire.
Yeah, once you start getting those high numbers at that point, then you got to relook at your league, in my opinion. Like what's going on? You got to look into the. But I do think if you go ahead and get the guy the players that he wants, you can clearly see he wants to play a high line. He wants to play progressive football, and we're losing a lot of the old heads. So hopefully, when he gets young, that's why I'm rooting for Roma. No offense to not make it, because I feel like Kone would be the completion for this midfield, a physical guy, Marinko. So that's one of the reasons. But I think tactically, he's very, very. He needs a lot to work in tactically. His tactics are not his bright side, but what he does is but what he does well is he knew he's coming to a new team. He knew he had other stuff to do, and he didn't want to temper with the whole formation and players, which some of these coaches do at the beginning, like Diego Malta, all these guys. They do so much real quickly, but then when you do that, you take a huge risk in losing what you had, and now it's going to backfire. I think he was like, listen, I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. I'm going to use it now, and maybe next season when I do have a little bit more time, I'll do it. So I applaud him for understanding that and not trying to tamper too much with the squad.
Are you, if I can just jump in here, are you not worried about the, let's say, slot effect? Because we know Kivu came in and he wanted to play for the back and all that, and then that wasn't the case, so he fell back on, kind of the Inzaghi. He made some changes, of course. This is not exactly the same way Inzaghi played, but the Inzaghi blueprint, and then tried to build upon it. Are you not worried that, a lot of that success that you had this year was sort of based on that blueprint, and then next year you could have the, as I call it, the slot effect, where, okay, now we try to switch the formation. Now we're going to maybe, some of the players that are going to go, whether because of contracts or because of age, your Acherbis, your Mkhitaryan, stuff like that. Then next year, then when he has to stand on his own 2 feet, that maybe the quality won't be there.
No, 100%. There is that big side effect where, because it did happen, like you said, to Slot in Liverpool, where he won, and then next season things went south. But that's why I feel like it comes down to what happens in the summer transfer window. Because if you not get these guys, defenders and players that can actually play the way he is, it's gonna turn bad. It's not gonna look good, And then this is an Inter squad that's a year older, and then people are, I think, sooner or later, are gonna bridge that gap. I expect Napoli to get better. I expect Juve to get better. I expect Milan to get better. So people will start watching his film and watching what he does and everything. And I think next season is make or break. Like if he does what he did this year, or even at least win the title, then you could be at that moment we got somebody in our hand. So I don't want to go off the notion, because they're gonna call me pessimist if I say what I think may happen. But I'm just waiting to see the transfer window first. Then I'll be able to make a judgment on that part.
I think that's fair. I have a question for you. Would you say, I know it's not going to happen, they're obviously going to stick with them, but how high of a quality manager would make you want to replace him? Like, let's say Simeone wanted to come to Inter this season.
I'll pack his bag. If Simeone ready, I'm packing his bag. I don't care if he's coming. I'm packing his bag right now. I think I've been wanting Diego Simeone for the longest. I think when you got that type of manager in the weights, you have to jump to him. Like that's the ultimate strategy, and that's it. I think probably this year it won't happen. Maybe next season, I feel like something will happen. But
I've been saying that for a while now, bro.
Huh?
You guys been saying that for a while now, bro. About Simeone.
We can only dream, bro. We can only dream. He said
every year.
He will. He will one day.
I think it's inevitable it happens.
He's been flirting with Inter for like 2 seasons. He literally said it a couple years ago.
Even more than 2 seasons.
One day.
Even more than
flirting.
Like,
okay, Doodle. Calm down, Doodle. We get it, Doodle. All right, Doodle.
Okay, let me flip this to you guys. If Inter were to release Q, how many of you guys would be interested in picking him up?
No.
You
know? I don't think.
No.
Don,
No.
you don't even got a coach right now, do you? Because Conte quit all y'all, right?
What are you talking about, bro? If you're gonna make a joke, have it like make sense. Conte is still there, bro. Think he's actually
said he's going to the Italian coaching job. Did he not say that?
Nah, you gotta go read the news, bro. You're very behind. You okay?
I know
you're living in the cave back there. It's all dark in your little cave. You need to come out sometime, bro. I mean,
I know it sounds stupid because you guys just won with him. I just feel like there's still a bit of kind of what you said. You need to see what happens next season. I still feel like it could potentially be that, he basically got most of Inzaghi's squad with players that kind of knew what they were doing. So maybe it could be a change. I think if he was to repeat it next year, then you know what, there's more standing. But I just feel like there's still a bit of uncertainty with him, despite the fact that he won, which would kind of stop other teams from saying, well, if he was available, would you do it? You know what I mean? Not to say he didn't do a great job. I just mean it like there's just a bit of uncertainty still with him that I think would maybe stop it.
No, I just look at him like Thiago Motta did wonders with Bologna, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people were coming after him. And I would think that at least a team, maybe like Milan or maybe like Nap. I think Spalletti's still with Juve because of his contract. At that moment, they would probably look at him, especially, and he wouldn't be expensive either. And I think the one thing that he has done that's very underestimated in this period is he's a player manager. Like you don't have that many. Like you've seen at Real Madrid where the ego and people players button head, but I feel like when a player respects a coach, that says more than his tactics in matter. Because that moment, you can see these players, they're willing to sacrifice themselves. They're willing to, come off for the bench. They're willing to do all just because of the love they got for him.
You cracked me up, bro. You cracked me up. Just a couple months ago, you called him a PE teacher, bro, and he was garbage, dog, and he was gonna leave in November. Now you hyping it up like other teams should be fighting for this man to manage their club. What a turnaround you're doing over here, Hoyan.
Listen. All I'm saying is the management player relationship is it's something that goes under the table. I think people don't really like what's going on in the background with these players and the day-to-day things that happen to them and how to be able to be able to progress on there or be able to walk through all that stuff without having any seamless things. Because I think Inter could have imploded himself. You seen at the beginning of the year, Lautaro calling out Hakan, calling out Bavard. You saw that. Even the president called that out. So that it takes a real manager to diffuse that fire and be able to get these guys to come together and work again.
Listen, I got something to say. All right, I'm not going to try to take anything away from your guys' Scudetto and your guys' Coppa Italia, right? Not like many of you guys try to do it with us with Spalletti when he ran away with the league. Everyone was saying, well, the state of the league, if Napoli could win it, imagine everyone else is just cheeks. That's why Napoli won it. Now, I have a feeling that if clubs like Juventus, Milan, especially Roma, watch out for Roma next season, and Napoli, not getting 40-something injuries, those head-to-head matches would have decided if Inter were actually going to win the Scudetto or not. Kivu got away with not winning a lot of the head-to-head matches and still winning the Scudetto. But if the race was tighter, right? Because if you handle, we all know here the recipe to win the Scudetto is handle the lower and mid-table teams. That is correct. But when it's a tight race, when you got 2 or 3 clubs fighting for it till the end, you need to win the head-to-heads.
Yeah.
And that's where Kivu was fortunate. Was that all these other clubs were dropping points. Look right now. They still can't lock down the Champions League.
Yeah.
Dropping points like crazy. That's not Inter's fault. It's not Inter's problem. But if Kivu finds himself in a tighter race next season, he needs to up his game. He needs to show up in the big matches.
I agree.
And we could tell that not only domestically, but also in the Champions League, he did not show up against the bigger clubs. So, congrats to Kivu. He did what he needed to do to win the domestic double. But if the league gets more competitive next season, the club has to back him up in the transfer market, and he needs to step up with the head-to-heads. You see what I'm saying? That's all I got to say. That's a big reason why Juventus was able to win 9 consecutive titles, because it was basically just Napoli and Roma giving them some type of a fight. Milan, you guys know, you and Inter were in hoping to get a Europa spot.
Yeah, we were.
Atalanta, I don't even know what the hell Atalanta was doing.
Relegation battles.
Lazio, nowhere in sight. We didn't have the Comos. We didn't have the Bolognas out. We didn't have Fiorentina this year is cheeks, but you know, we didn't have these clubs, these mid-table clubs, the Udinese, the Palmas, like stronger. So, going back to my point, Kibu needs to up his game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Did
what he had to do.
Did you guys beat us once and Roma once out of all the bigger games?
Roma we beat twice.
You beat twice, Roma. Okay. And to be honest, again, ours was bullshit. But
Yeah, that was an asterisk. Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought.
But at the same time, you know, I think the big games is correct. I think that is, you know, we have struggled in big games this season. I think that his approach definitely has not been good enough in them, I think, at times. But I think I saw a big difference, like, in performances from the first half of the big games and the second half. Like, I think after we lost against Juve the first that game, I didn't really blame him personally. Sommer should have saved like at least 2 of those goals. I'm sorry, like especially the last goal. Like, what the hell was that? Milan game when we lost to them, the first one, I felt we did create the chances necessary. We even missed a penalty in that game. I think even though that was a typical prime, you know, Allegri goal, you know, he got what he wanted. I think the second time we lost against Milan, that was definitely a much worse performance from us. I think that, you know, Milan, that we completely played through Milan's hands. Against Napoli, I think the first half, you know, in that game, I think that penalty that Napoli got did kind of alter things. But in the second half, I think Inter's response was horrible. Conte completely, like, outcoached him, I think, you know. And the second game, I mean, that was just a weird game, you know, it was a draw. I just think that in some of the big games, he kind of has been a bit hesitant. It seems like, you know, he kind of didn't really, like against Milan, for example, I guess you could say that we didn't have Thuram and Lautaro, but even then, like, he didn't push enough. Like, Milan kind of caught him off guard in that first half because Milan were pressing us, and you know, Luis Enrique lets Estupiñán run behind him, and, you know, he scores, and after that Allegri just parks the bus and we just cannot get through him. I think for these big games, he just needs to kind of like understand that maybe sometimes he needs to pick maybe some different players for certain matchups, you know, for certain games, not always have to necessarily use the same exact 11. Just try to approach it differently. You know, if you're welcoming Napoli at home, for example, maybe be a bit more aggressive. While if you're going away to Naples, maybe calm down a bit. You don't need to like play a very big high line, especially, you know, when we went to Naples this time, you know, Neres completely cooked us. He played Acerbi in a high line, and that Neres at false 9 just ripped us apart, and we just couldn't deal with that. Like, it's just some of these niche mistakes that I think from him and from the players themselves that made individual errors that affected it. So I hope that next season we iron these mistakes out. We approach the games differently, and also the players I hope actually turn up a bit more in the big games, because I also think they too deserve blame for what happened in some of those games.
That's actually what I was going to ask. Do you blame the poor performance in big games to Kivu? Because to me, my theory is that actually your squad there's some excellent players, but there's a lot of players that are excellent when the going is easy.
Yeah,
I think there's a lot of mental midgets in your squads a little bit.
Yeah.
And for me, you look at a player like Hakan Çalhanoğlu, who's always going at stuff and is had to go away. I think we can talk about Lautaro. We can talk a lot of a few players, and we've seen it also with Italy. I mean, your Bastonis, your Barellas, your Di Marco. So do you blame that more on the players or on Kivu? Because I would say more on the players.
I think it depends. I mean, if we take some games, for example, like Lautaro against Juve has always been horrible. It's one thing that, he just never, ever performs well against them, especially against Juve. Like, he used to perform better against Milan, but I think, in recent years, we have seen Milan have been able to find more solutions. Napoli, at first, he was better against, but then, he also has been struggling against them a lot. I mean, Conte, prime example is Conte completely got under his skin in that first game when we lost. Like, that was just like, as a captain, I'm sorry, you gotta stay focused, man, because you're leading by example. And if you're gonna begin arguing with the Napoli bench and everything, Dumfries was also doing that. Everyone loses concentration, and you're going away in that hostile atmosphere. Like, you're not gonna get a good result at that point. I do think that Kiwi's approach, but he's a rookie manager. Like, he's up against Conte, he's up against Allegri. These are seasoned managers. These managers have been coaching even when he was playing. So he obviously has to adapt to being able to manage games against them. But I think the players, I agree. Like, I think these big game issues have been happening since last season. Last season, we literally in 5 games against Milan, we didn't win any of them. So it's not like, it's just this season we didn't beat Milan. We were not beating them last season either. So, and I do think Inzaghi himself had some part to play in that as well, tactically in some of those games. But I think that's why if in 2 years of 2 managers, it seems like it's a reoccurring issue, you got to also look at the players, because I think in both years they did not turn up when needed, and that was really that.
Yeah. Big up to Stefano, man. I know you do have to leave because it is 5 a.m. for you, man. I know.
Yeah, bro.
Nah.
Of course you're gonna run right when we're about to talk about Napoli. Of course.
Hey, we'll have a little sparring match another time. I'm sure.
No, I understand, man. 5 o'clock, get some sleep, man. Appreciate you coming through. You're always welcome on the show.
Yeah, man.
Come again.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Absolutely. It was a blast, just as fun participating as it is watching you guys. Anytime you need someone to fill in and bring some of that European DNA we were talking about, I'm happy to jump on.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me, dog. Appreciate it.
Later, Stefano. Yeah, man.
Ciao, have a good night.
Take care, brother.
Hey, y'all too.
All right, guys, real quick, let's run through predictions. We're kind of behind right now. So let's run through predictions real quick. Inter against Hellas Verona. I'm going to give this, I don't even care, 3-0 Inter.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah, 3-0, just right. Who cares, really?
Just
at that
3-0.
point?
Yeah. It may as well
3-0. 3-0.
3-0. All right. How about you, Nick? You always want to be different. What's your different
2-0.
score? Of course. Okay, always be.
Is that different?
Yeah, we once said 3.
Yeah, does it even matter? Like,
Who
really?
cares?
Yeah, exactly. Like, you're gonna play.
cares?
You're gonna win 3-0. You're gonna lift the trophy. Whatever. Let's go.
Yeah, that's
All
literally
right.
all that matters.
One last thing.
Hold on,
If you
that's a
guys
lot
put a
of
silver
talking,
star on
bro.
your
Yeah, let
jersey,
me
you're
collect all
shameless.
this salt.
One
No,
last
we
thing.
can't.
that-
We can't.
Oh,
Morata, even before the
Cringe.
game's.
It's cringe. If you know, even
yeah,
next year,
That's
it's cringe.
cringe.
All right.
No, we can't. We're not gonna do
Okay,
it.
good.
All right, guys, listen, we're going into Napoli. Right now, Tony's going to open it up. We have Napoli's direction moving forward is unknown. Our future is unknown. Mixed reports stating Conte is staying, while others saying that Sarri is being heavily linked as our coach. Both from credible journalists, it has dropped that Sarri is on Napoli's radar to take over for Conte if he was to leave. Tony, open it up. What do you think about this? I know we talked about Sarri already. I already know your thoughts. But if Conte, just give me what do you think? You think Conte is leaving? You think he's staying? If he does leave, you think Sarri's coming in? Talk to me.
So I don't know, because it's a lot of like confusion around the club, because you hear some people say that Conte wants to stay and the club wants him to stay, but then there's some other things that are like, oh, maybe the club's not certain about him. So I don't know about that. You already know my take about it. I just want Conte to go. For me, I wouldn't choose Sarri. I wouldn't. But if it's between Conte and Sarri, I'm taking Sarri. Because I cannot do this. I cannot do a third year of this. I'm sorry, I can't. But my first choice is still Palladino, obviously.
Free Palladino.
But if it's between Conte and Sarri, I'm choosing Sarri.
I'm telling you right now, bro. That is a bold take. I respect it though. But to say that, I don't think I'm there yet. But to say that you would prefer Sarri over Conte for next season.
Because
that's bold, Tony.
I've just seen what he's starting to do with how the performances have been and stuff like that, and you can see how the players are clearly getting drained. This squad cannot take another year of this. They can't.
So you would let go of a Conte that has won multiple. I'm playing devil's advocate here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You would let go of Conte that has won multiple Serie A titles.
Yes.
Over a Sarri that just said that he will not show up on the field if the Derby is going to be going down on Sunday.
Yes.
So a Sarri that complains about the weather and if we have an early match, it works against us. You gonna take that Sarri over Conte?
So it's funny. Are we surprised though that Sarri would say something like this? We already know he would say something like this. He would complain with the amount of clouds that are in the sky. Like that's just the type of guy he is. But for me, yes, I just think we could do so much more, because let's say with it, right, going into next season. For me, next season, if we keep Conte, I'm not even thinking about the Champions League. I'm not. And that's the thing.
A bit over exaggerated.
And for me, but is it though? Is it? Because is it?
Yeah.
Is it? But anyway,
it's a bit. To say the league is one thing, to say top four is another thing. That's
what?
Weird.
No.
No, it ain't the competition, brother.
Oh, you're talking about that. With full respect, Tony. With full respect, I don't think with Sarri you're also thinking about the Champions League.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying that either.
God,
I'm just saying I'm choosing the between the two devils. I'd rather have the one over the other. That's my thing. Because can Sarri maybe do better? Who knows? But also, too, I guarantee you his football would be a bit better than what Conte's doing.
Yeah.
Because what do we always say about Conte ball? If you're not winning, it's awful. It is. Can all agree with that. It is.
Dom, are you not tired of Conte though? Like 2 years of all this, like I would think, like you see what's going on. It's constantly every year when it's over. Is he staying? Is he going? Like
that doesn't bother me, fam. Well, the only thing that bothers me, and I've said this many times, is the injury crisis that comes with Conte. If Conte's injury crisis could go like bye-bye, I would keep Conte at my club for 10 years. I don't care about the football if it's pretty.
He's a winner.
If he could win us titles, I'm fine with it. See, my main concern is that when you have 40 injuries, you can't win titles. You can't win them.
So I have a point for that, right? These last 5 games, we've gotten 5 points out of that. We've had a majority of our squad with that.
Yes. I know where you're going.
That's the thing with that. Because this is
we're still losing.
Yes.
His starting 11 is not the best.
This is my thing, right? And this is when I hear the injury point, I want to say this. How do we know? Let's say this. Let's say we had everyone healthy, right? If we have everyone healthy, Vergara would not be playing. We'd still be playing the 4-1-4-1. McTominay would be out of position. Gutierrez probably wouldn't even be playing. Neres probably wouldn't be playing. we'd have all these players that have been done really well for us this season.
Lang would have been there.
Lang, forget about that. Anyways, but how do we know that these results would have been different if everyone was healthier?
Well, because
so far the results have been better because he's had to use the players that he's had.
Well, because I go off of last season, and last season we suffered an injury crisis, but he found a way to win. He's had a better season last season than he did this season, even with a deeper squad and more players. So I think if he would have had these guys on the bench as an option to put them in, he would have found a way. He would have brought in a Vergara maybe off the bench in the 80th, and we would have won a game. You know what I mean? But at one point, Tony, we had like 3 Primavera players on our team in the Champions League and like 2 Napoli players. Remember that?
Yeah.
We were so decimated. So I think if he would have had the options throughout the season, he would have found a way to win. He would have brought in that player that fit that profile to get that to overpower the team that we're having trouble against and to bang that goal. But he was so limited in options that he didn't have that.
But do you think that he would then have too many options, that he has too many cooks in the kitchen and he doesn't know how to handle all the cooks in the kitchen? Because we've seen his stipulation with all the midfielders and stuff, and we've seen his issues that he's had with that, to where it's needed to be injuries for him to actually get the right mesh of players. So
I don't
now
know.
when everyone comes back, he now knows how to use it, but it took players going out for him to actually realize how to use them.
I see where you're going with this. I don't know. I mean, that's an alternate reality that probably actually happened in an alternate universe. We probably lifted the Scudetto in an alternate universe. You know what I mean? But we don't know, bro. But going back to your point, and I want everyone else to touch on this, especially the Inter fans. Bold statement by you, and I respect it, to kick Conte out and to bring in someone like Sarri. The only thing I'm gonna say, last thing, the mentality of the players are not gonna be the same with Sarri, because if you see Sarri has this defeated type of mentality coming into the club. Yeah, he's gonna bring sexy football. He's gonna win us games. He's a tactician. He knows how to win. But when your back is against the wall, I don't trust Sarri to bring the boys together and dig in mentally deep. That's my only issue with Sarri. And you know that I'm all about bringing him back.
Yes.
I just wanted to say that.
No. And I get that point too. But with Conte, do you not think too the players are also tired of
absolutely
like with his stuff? Like that's the thing. Like, do you think then the players would be up for it? Let's say Sarri would come in and he wouldn't give them as much load into like trainings and stuff like that, and like maybe because like we've said before, obviously like he's now won stuff and stuff like that. Like so now he has that experience.
Yeah.
Like and that's the thing. Like I said too, like Sarri's not my first choice. Obviously, like I said, it's Palladino. But if I have to choose between Sarri or Conte, for me, I'm just doing Sarri.
What do you guys think? What does the room think about Conte's Tony's bold prediction? Well, what he wants.
Quick question for you. Dom, I don't know if you agree with Tony's point, but didn't you say publicly, I swear I liked it a couple days ago, you kind of understood that Conte may have to go. So is it that you have an issue with Sarri, or is it an issue that you want Conte
I said
to
that
go?
Conte may have to go?
Well, I remember somebody tweeted something and you replied and you said, well, like I can understand why maybe we need Conte to move on. I don't remember the exact tweet, but I remember seeing it a couple days ago. And I thought you were kind of like on the boat of like Conte needs to kind of go.
No. I said it last episode. I'm Conte out.
You are? Okay.
That's
why I just wanted to confirm.
I'm Conte out because of the injuries.
Yeah.
Not because of him as a coach.
Yeah.
It's the injuries. So if someone comes down to me, right, from upstairs, I'm like, yo, Don, if Conte stays next season, you're going to get another 40 injuries. I'm going to be like, get this guy out of my damn club. Yeah. Like, get him out of my club today. So I'm seeing there's a trajectory. There's a pattern here of that. Since Conte's been at my club, we have suffered injury crises both seasons, both. So that tells me that we're going to have an injury crisis next season. And if that's so, I'm completely down with him leaving.
Okay.
That's all I have.
I just wanted to clarify that. Yeah.
Now,
on to Tony's point.
Yeah. What do you guys got?
I think it's really hard to get rid of Conte. I understand the point 100%. I just think it's very hard to get rid of a manager of that degree out of the club unless it's purely because you believe he has an injury crisis, right? Like I understand that 100%. I think it's very difficult. And kind of on Tony's point, you said because he's won that. Are you saying because he's won a Scudetto now? Is that kind of what you're trying to say? Of like now he has that experience?
Tony? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because now obviously he's won things at multiple different clubs.
He won the Prem League too.
No, he didn't win Europa.
No, he won
Europa League.
Oh, the Europa, yeah.
But he won the Scudetto once.
Yeah, with you.
Well, everyone's hyping up Palladino, and what has he won? Nothing.
No, so. It's the same concept of last week. It's more potential versus immediate. Like I do agree. Like Palladino would be mine if I was like, you know what I mean. Like I would prefer Palladino over Sarri because I think although he hasn't won anything yet, I think it's the potential and what he can potentially bring.
Like that, like you're just sorry to cut you off, Nick, but that's why too I want Palladino because, like I said, I keep bringing this point. What did Sarri win when he came to us? Who was he with? Empoli. Look at Kivu when he went to Inter. Who was that? What did he win? Not obviously as a player, he won a lot, but as a coach, he didn't win anything. Like that's the thing. Like you have to take. The thing is, some people are so afraid to take risks on stuff. And I think that's why, too, some people in our fan base don't want to take that risk of going with another coach because obviously the 100-year anniversary for our club. So obviously they want to have that comfort for the 100-year. That's also, too, why a lot of people want to have that's why you see when a lot of people are talking about coaches, they talk about Conte or Sarri because it's our 100-year anniversary. Yeah. You want to have that stableness for that and you want it to be a good season.
Yeah.
I also think it's because – and again, this is no disrespect. I think it's a compliment, but I think your team is primed to win now versus future. And so if you're trying to say, are you trying to get the most success out of your team in the short term, or are you trying to do something long-term project, right? And I think that's where your decision comes in because short term, it's Conte or honestly, Sarri. If you're looking for something, you may not win next year, but, in a couple of years, you're primed, you have a system, you have a manager who's progressive, he's trying to move forward, then I can understand Palladino. So I think it's very much, are you trying to win now? Or are you trying to win or build something to be successful for multiple years to come? And
my thing is this squad is ready to win now, and I think it just needs a manager that wants to prove something. Something. Because, like we were all saying with the Kivu point, did anyone expect them to win the league with Kivu?
No.
And they just won the domestic double.
Yeah, but Tony, we just went over, not trying to take anything away from Kivu and Inter, bro, but Kivu wouldn't have won this league, bro, if the other teams were handling the lower and mid-table teams, he would have had to win those head-to-heads, and he wasn't going to win them, so... Kivu came in at the perfect time. That doesn't mean if a Palladino comes in, the same thing's going to happen with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. But okay, but let's look at Atalanta, right? What place were Atalanta before Palladino came in?
12, right?
So no, it was worse, 14th, 15th.
Yeah, 14th.
We won 15th, right?
We won 2 games.
He came in, and you guys are about to be in Europe.
Yeah,
with that squad. Now imagine what a Palladino could do with our squad. That's the thing.
It's more risk, though.
It's a risk. It's a gamble, bro.
It is a gamble, and
no, but Tony's
what's not a gamble nowadays?
Nothing Nothing is guaranteed.
No, but
everything is a gamble.
Nothing is guaranteed. But if you had a gun to your head right now and you said if you don't win the Scudetto next season, you have to have a manager to win it. If you don't, you're gonna get fucking whatever. I think Conte is your highest bet. So that's what it is.
I hate it, but he's right, bro. It's
Can I step in real quickly? Can I step in? I think one thing, and the Juve fans can also allude to this. It's not Conte can't do it. It's just after a certain period of time, training and the way he moves and the way it takes out a lot out of the team. It's not just becoming injured. I've seen the stress on players age rapidly under Antonio Conte management. You know, and Barella even went out and said, "Yo, we were drained. Sometimes I could barely walk home. I had to crawl." You know, and it just takes too much.
He killed Sensi.
You can tell. I used to watch Conte games with Inter, and sometimes these guys could not. You think they've got cinder blocks for shoes because of how heavy their feet.
That's why I think Lobotka is looking very.
Well, the thing's
slow, bro.
It's not even just Lobotka, too. That's the thing. There's Anguissa. There's. I wouldn't.
He's running out. 30-year-old players are getting run down by him, bro.
The thing with Conte is right. The thing with Conte is, even with he did the same thing with Inter, right? I think that yes, he will win you titles. He will win you stuff, right? But like we were saying, he just stresses the players out and just overruns them. And I think there's always a point where you have to say, okay, Conte, thank you. You built us a winning squad now. And I think now that we have to move on, but I think ADL just needs to find that coach that he thinks can get him to the next level.
Well, anyone is going to be a downgrade on Conte.
Listen, but the thing, but Conte, listen, if you're taking a gamble with Conte too because of those 40 injuries. What if they happen again? What if they happen again? Right?
But it's less of a gamble. If their players are fit, he has the highest chance to win. Let
me touch on something Gio said. I think because I'm surprised I barely see ADL anymore. From a guy that used to be all over the papers, all over stadium. He needs to do that with the next coach. The same way he respected Conte and respected his space and doesn't do all these background making statements and yada yada. Do that. If Sarri comes in or whoever comes in, give that same respect. I believe in order to win this league, you have to have a strong midfield. And after Inter, in my opinion, Napoli would be the next one with Lobotka, with having Scott Matami, having KDB and Anguissa if he's still there. I think but that's the next team. If you were to tell me tomorrow who would win it, if it's not Inter, I think it would be Napoli. And I don't think you need an outrageous big signing like a Pep or outrageous signing, to come in and do. I think if Sarri comes in, you help him out and get some few players, one or two. I really do believe he'll give you a good chance to win. Yep.
Throwing his hands, and this guy was shouting at him, and it was during COVID. It was bro, calm down. We're gonna win the league.
It's just sometimes you gotta understand the moment.
Oh, that's standards, man. And I just
it is standards. It's
if you mean yelling at Napoli players, do you mean that he was yelling at Inter? Do you mean he's still yelling at Napoli players? Because Napoli players.
No, I was just using an example for Inter. How?
Oh, so I was gonna say he's still.
With Napoli, he's a bit different.
Yeah, I was using it for that one. Whether
he's very demanding though. He's very demanding though. He demands
that's what
a lot.
I feel like. A lot of squads are missing. And I feel like, maybe Napoli is oversaturated with that now. Maybe they have too much of it. But man, dude, a lot of squads need a kick in the ass. Where they're especially in Italian football, a lot of players and squads need a kick in the ass. And he is the best at that. I think he is the best manager to do that. So I don't know. I don't think you'll lose either way. If it's me, I'm probably sticking one more season with Conte, but obviously you have to, I understand. I get both sides. I just think Sarri is. I
don't think they're gonna sack Conte though. I think if he's
he's
gonna leave on his own.
I think it's whatever happens. It's whatever I think would happen with Mana, maybe. That could be the tie.
Or sorry, not Europe.
And also with Europe. Well,
what do you mean with Mana?
Napoli.
What do you mean?
Because there was rumors about him going to Roma, right?
Nah, it's coming. No, he's gonna stay. He's staying.
But another thing with Mana too,
you need to get out of the Pina Colada happy hours, Gio, and you need to start getting.
Well, I don't look at Napoli news and Roma news.
Well, you should because you want to be well rounded. You want to be well rounded with the knowledge, right?
Of course. Yeah, no, I mean, listen.
Anyways, moving forward. Gio over here, bro. Anyways, moving.
Let me make one more point before you do. If you go back to every time Conte has left a team, Juve, Milan, even Chelsea, the previous manager that come, the manager after has had success.
He leaves a good platform to build on.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying, bro.
Even Tottenham.
No, yeah, because he did it with Allegri.
Okay,
and
relax
Juventus.
with Tottenham or chill.
Sarri at
Yeah, but
Chelsea.
they
when
left
they
and they won
Europa League.
They won a trophy.
Well, listen,
after that.
I'll tell you
Get me
one.
started.
I'll tell you one thing right now, and we'll close it off with this because we need to move forward. This team, with the players that we have and the players that we have signed, especially our wingers, they're built for the Sarri system. They're built for that attacking style. And my only concern with Sarri is the mentality.
I do agree.
Because I remember Sarri when he was with us, I would get pissed off at his press conferences, the stupid things he would say. I didn't even play under him, and I felt like, wow, bro, this guy's just like has this defeated mindset.
He's a defeatist, yeah.
Yeah, always looking for excuses, like the most random excuses. And I know Conte does that to a similar degree, but Sarri is like over and beyond. And yeah, I mean that's all I got with that, Tony. Maybe you're right, bro, and maybe we'll see what you said today will actually happen in the summer, and we'll see if it works. I'll tell you one thing right now: if Sarri wins the Scudetto with Napoli, wow, what a romance story that would be.
Yeah,
that he came back and he did it.
Yeah,
in the 100th anniversary. I mean, yo, I don't even want to think about it right now. I'm worrying about Pisa, bro. But anyways, we'll move forward. Lukaku.
We said this weeks ago. Who cares? Who cares?
It's the usual.
Who cares?
Yeah, bro, it's official, pretty much official. Lukaku won't be putting on the Napoli uniform again, and they're looking to sell him. I thought he was a free agent here in the summer. I didn't know that he has like another year in his contract. If we're trying to sell him, I didn't know anything about that.
Oh,
I thought he was just
get him some money for him.
I think it's just a benefit. Who cares? It's just a benefit.
Yeah,
bro. Who cares about him? Like seriously,
honestly,
like,
it's a biannual thing with Lukaku. You know,
Just who cares?
Yeah, bro.
You know what this guy does? He goes to every new club, scores a goal, and then
This is the badge.
he kisses the badge.
Well,
He's like, "Yo, we here." In 2 years, he's
the
dipping.
coach leaves.
Maybe
Yeah, bro.
less than 2 years.
I
This
just
guy-
don't think it bothers Napoli at all. Honestly, man.
It shouldn't.
I
It
don't
shouldn't, to
think
be
it
honest.
matters. I think it's a benefit.
I don't care.
for personality. Yeah, like out of that. I think it's a benefit for you.
I didn't
We-
really care.
They played without
because-
him most of the season anyway, so like I think they know.
Does
how
it
to play.
even matter? Like, really? Come on.
Dude, you
No,
know
because
the
it's
meme,
like,
oh
I
no,
don't-
anyways? That's
Well,
literally
go ahead. Let's give it to Tony real quick. What you can say, Tony?
No, because I didn't really care like for him leaving to like recuperate and stuff with his injury. I didn't care about that. Our injury team sucks. De Bruyne did it. I don't care about that. It's the thing that he treated Conte with that kind of sat me another way because, brother, this guy revived your career and you're over here treating Conte like that. That's the only thing that like made me like sit like a funny way with it. But other than that, I don't really care. Like,
Yeah,
I always said as soon like when we signed Lukaku, I looked at it for what it was. He was a package deal to land Conte, and I said I would never buy a Lukaku Napoli jersey because I knew eventually he was going to do what he's doing. I already knew what his reputation was, so this should not come to a surprise to anybody, any Napoli fan. I really don't care.
who cares?
The only thing that kind of like, you know, is that if we would have had him healthy throughout the season, he would have made a big difference on that table for us right now. He would have made a huge difference. But hey, it is what it is. And we're going to move on from that. That was a quick topic. No one really cares about Lukaku.
I just
I
think
mean,
you're
it
better
happens.
off.
It happens if
You're
you're
better off.
We're going to go into real quick. Neres is making a return for Pisa. It's looking that way, but it seems from what I read in reports is that he's kind of like they're trying to rush him back. Tony, do you think it's worth it?
no, we do not need Neres to beat Pisa and Udinese. We don't need I wouldn't even play him at all for the rest of the season.
Oh, you know what? You're at home versus Udinese,
Yeah.
so it's not as bad.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
there's
no.
2 games left.
I'm sorry, but if we need Neres to come back again, we've seen what happens when we brought him back again, and he got injured, and then he was out since then.
Pisa,
I'm not
no.
bringing him back
Pisa and Udin. No, you don't need him.
Pisa,
because if he comes back and gets injured, then his career with us is fucked.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it
You
is.
don't need
I
a-
think-
Like, why are you gonna risk
you need
that?
to sacrifice him for.
You're
2
gonna risk
games.
him against Pisa? Like, come on.
No, if this game, I know this is all hypotheticals, but if you were playing Udinese away the last game of the whatever the last match day, I think you may have to because that team's annoying away. But
no, they're playing it. I think.
No, they're home. They're home.
Yeah,
So they're home versus Udinese and they're away versus Pisa. Pisa, no, you don't have to. 100% I wouldn't risk them. Yeah.
Napoli should win both games though.
I mean, it's not worth it when
Udinese is
like
annoying.
it's in your hands, top four basically, and
That's why.
And there's that's two beatable teams. Like you should be dealing with them without.
You say
so
that.
Napoli just need 3 points.
How many times has Udinese screwed people over this season, dude? They're not like
a
easy
lot.
game.
Fair,
Yeah.
We need a win. We need to beat Pisa to lock in Champions League. That would lock us in Champions League, but it won't lock us in second. Unless Juventus and
Roma.
Well, Juventus. If Juventus drops points, I think we're locked in for second, right?
Yeah, it will be fun.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with
no, because the other there's teams 3 points behind us. So we just need to beat Pisa and hope that some of these clubs drop points. So then that fight for second, just the amount of clubs fighting for it drops a little bit. But we have to win both games to get second.
If you win, it doesn't matter what the result is. If you win this weekend, you guaranteed get, I believe, at least third. I think you get at least third. I'm just looking here because then you'd be a 6-point gap, even if everyone else wins with 1 game left. Not against Juve, but against Milan and against Roma. I think you secure it because it's just multiple factors head to head. I think you probably secure third, but regardless, you should beat both those teams. Like, I mean, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll jump. We have a topic here. We're gonna jump that one. But let's go straight into Pisa, Napoli. Let's go into predictions. Tony, what you got?
This guy's fighting for his life. Your face when you said that.
Dude, I just can't believe that we have not locked in second place yet. It's a bad
Bernardeschi, I know I wasn't here on Monday. That was a screamer though. It was actually, if you see it from the angle, it's actually
2026.
Yeah, Vanja didn't even know where. I think Vanja was like getting espresso somewhere around the corner because like I didn't even know what the fuck was going on.
Yelling at the ghosts, bro, in front of him.
Even the 90th minute winner was so. Like
overhead kick
in the 90s.
I feel like that was
man. It was almost as bad as when Cristiano did that to you guys in the Champions League. Anyways, moving on.
Nah, bro, listen. If he comes to you in the summer, fair enough. But Ronaldo came to us after the Vice season.
And he broke your club financially. I love Ronaldo.
COVID broke our club financially.
COVID and Ronaldo broke your club financially.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. I actually am not kidding. You're correct.
Now you want numbers.
All right, Tony, Pisa, Napoli. We got to get through, guys. Come on, we're a little bit.
I said 2-0 Napoli.
2-0 Napoli. I don't like your confidence. I really don't. I think.
I didn't say it in confident neither. No.
All right, 2-0 Napoli. What you got, Doodle?
2-0 Napoli.
What you got, Hoyan?
I think Napoli going to strip these like 4-1.
God, please.
I don't know. I don't remember the last time we scored 4 goals, but okay, let's see.
Just so you know, he just won 1 game in 2026. So
yeah, and guess what? We're the fucking perfect team to fucking hand them
another one game.
I have no fucking. I have no hope, bro. Like.
Dude.
Anyway, no, you don't understand. I've been watching. How did we lose the last game? How did we lose the game before that, bro?
Okay, but like, dude, 1 win in March, and that's it. I've not won a game.
Don't matter, dog. You guys dropped points to Hellas Verona, dog. Relegated side. Anything can happen.
But they haven't.
Anything can happen.
Jesus, terrible.
I think you guys win 3-0.
3. How about you, Asser?
I mean, piece of shit. I'm saying 3-0 Santos Spurs.
Okay, 3-0 Pisa?
Napoli, brother. Santos Grace, bro.
All right. I like that. I think Santos is going to do. This kid's so good. How about you, Gio?
3-0. 3-0 Napoli.
There's no way.
You know which team Napoli is, right? It's the blue team?
They're both
blue.
They're both blue. He's
the sky blue team. The sky blue.
What shade of blue? Yeah.
I'm giving Gio shit. I just wanted to make sure that he knew. You know Napoli playing the South, right, Gio?
I mean, you should know, right?
Now we're gonna go into the topic of the day. Juventus. Juventus, and our first topic is Spalletti is requiring Juventus to sign Kim. Do you guys think it's a good idea to see a Kim and a Bremer holding that back line? Open it up. Gio, you haven't talked too much, so we'll have you open it up first. What do you think? A Bremer Kim back line. Have you talked to your Bayern friends to see if he's healthy?
No, he is healthy. He is healthy. He's just not getting any playing time, obviously. I mean, it could be a good idea, but for the price, that's because he's not going to be coming over for free.
They're saying anything between 30 to 40 million.
Well, the only chance that we would get him is if we have to qualify for Champions League to get him. So
you guys are getting Champions League, bro.
No.
Reverse jinxes don't work.
Even if you win one game, you only have to win one game, and you guys make Champions League. That's it.
I don't think that's true.
That's not true.
That's not true.
No, I think
Milan and Roma win. They're just 1 point again behind. They're 1 point again behind.
If Juve win and the other two slip up, then that would be.
Yeah, if Milan, I think if Milan loses, and I think
Roma,
that's the only way.
Oh, if they slip, then we're good.
Roma goes above if they win, so they'll be locked. But I think we'll be locked because we'll be 1 point because we're 1 point ahead of them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so, one of them will have to slip. Yeah,
we need to win both to confirm 100%. If one of them don't slip.
But
so, what's your thoughts on Kim?
No, I mean, I think he's experienced. He's played under Spalletti before. He's won a Scudetto already, and he's also won stuff at also Bayern. Even though we talk about their league rights, the quality and stuff like that, but in terms of I think what we're looking for, I mean, why not? Maybe we could gamble on it and do that. Even though, let's see what this management does because I don't trust it at all at the moment. I still don't trust this management. It's the same thing with type of Milan fraudulent management that we have, but I don't know. They're really going to have to really back Spalletti and what he wants, and if he wants Kim, I think you should try to go for it and back him.
They have
Kim, and I mean the reason why I think he's going for it is so that he can also build out from the back as well, which you definitely need in a Spalletti system. So because Bremer, he doesn't do very well in terms of building out.
He improved slightly.
So, he did, but he's not the ideal player that Spalletti would want. So you would have to, gamble on that one for sure with Kim. And I think that wouldn't be a bad gamble. I mean, he's healthy right now, so nothing's happening. So I think it's could be a good choice for Juve for sure.
Right. I know this isn't the question you asked. I would 100% do it without the expense of Bremer. Like they have to keep Bremer over.
Well, they have to keep
one
Bremer
or the other.
In order for that. I think
but if it's both, 100%, right? And I think it could work mainly because exactly what Gio said, but I also think because a lot of the signings they want to make for the most part are experience free transfers. So in terms of budget, I wouldn't mind, right? I would like around 30, obviously, but I mean, for someone who's not playing as much, for someone because they bought him for 50, correct? 50,
50, I believe 50, right?
They absolutely fleeced them, bro. Holy
I don't remember. I think it was a release clause.
Yeah, I think it was 50. It was 50.
So I mean, 30-ish is fine. Definitely the player quality. I mean, at the end of the day, with Juve center backs as improved.
You got Lord Belly over there.
As improved.
So Kim is a different upgrade, all right?
As improved as Kelly has been, because God, to me, he was the worst player in the squad, and then now he's actually been semi-decent this year. It's still a chasm of space between Bremer and everyone else. So he would quite comfortably be by far the second best center back in the team. Like I 100% you take him if you can, for sure.
Yep.
Also, sorry, one last thing I wanted to say. They do need to back him. I don't know if Spalletti said that at the right time, what he said, although he's completely correct. I don't know if you guys addressed it on Monday. I know it sounds crazy. Because he scored 2 out of 2 goals. I still think Vlahovic is a detriment to this team. I still think in these last 2 games, you can see the play has changed because now they have such a focal point that the goal is to predominantly cross balls in. And it feels like we're reverting to like old coach games. Horrific games to watch. Like that game, the only positive is we left with 3 points. Everything else was like, I don't want to have heart attacks against fucking 19th, 18th. Like it's so, I feel like he disrupts the play. Not entirely his fault, but because it's now a focal point. Whereas before, I know he's not a striker, but even when we had Boga, even when we had someone else, it facilitated play more to the wings. And I feel like now the wingers are taking less responsibility because they have a focal 9. I still want him gone. Sorry, I just wanted to just add that in. But yeah,
I think Vlahovic will, in my opinion, leave at the end of the season.
I still want him gone. Yeah,
I don't think he stays.
The problem is the players are trying to back it. Like Yildiz is like, oh, I want him to stay. It's like, no, buddy, just let him go.
No.
Like I don't want to.
Yeah. All right, we have Como interested in Cambiaso. You guys ready to?
Well, Cambiaso, I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna let him go, but if they give us,
would you
gotta give us money? Would I?
How much?
They would. How much? That's the question.
How much do you think? How much do you think Cambiaso's worth?
Oh, boy.
That's a great question from 18 months ago. I would say no more than 25 right now. I think his value is shot down a cliff because he's been garbage.
I would say 25, 30.
He's been garbage.
What's the transfer value on Cambiaso right now? I know those are really not solid, but what is it right now?
Let's find out. I'd probably. He is at 30 on the dot.
30
you should have taken that money from
30 to 30.
Yeah, but dude, hindsight's a great thing.
That's
like
insane.
I was one of the people that was like,
30 more right now.
Do not,
That's
because
insane.
he was playing so well, man. Like he was so good at the
40.
time. Obviously, hindsight, yeah, we should have. But
Yeah.
I think that's so inflated right now, but rock on.
What, the 30?
Yeah, I think that's kind of inflated. I think 25 is probably is probably a good deal.
I was gonna say I don't think he's far
25,
off that,
25 30s.
He was playing better last season. It's just
he has been the
ever
biggest
since that injury,
disappointment.
man. Ever since that
Oh
injury,
my
and then he started making loads and loads of mistakes.
I remember
can't
like
even
against
attack
Parma
though.
on match day 1 when he
Yeah.
got sent off. Like that was
Dude, he can't even attack though. Like listen, like
No,
he
he
was a
can't.
decent defender, but he was never anything special. But he offensively was such a tool because even in like he would even drop into the midfield. He was such a good outlet. And now
but we had that chance, Nick. I remember we had that chance to let him go the other summer. I think it was when City was on him.
Yeah.
And they were offered a lot of money for him, and we could have let him go.
Last January.
Gio, can I throw this question at you guys?
Yeah, go ahead.
Would you guys be willing to do Carlos Augusto Cambiaso swap?
If
No,
you
because
think-
it's
I don't know.
Why would
no, because it's Inter,
Yeah, because honestly,
like
I can see Cambiaso like just being a prick. And
He wouldn't even start though.
Yeah.
Where would he play? He would be a bench player.
No, on the right. Honestly,
well,
On the right.
I still think he starts on the right. especially if you're playing
Why
wing
don't you
backs.
think that, Dudo? Because
Yeah.
Dumfries could leave.
I mean, I would personally go for someone else. Just my
Is this
also
a crazy take? I don't think he's that great. Still,
Dumfries. No, Nick, I agree. He's not a good. Let me just.
He's a Ballon nominee.
I know you love him.
Oh yeah, the Dumfries advocate, bro.
I'm gonna say this: Denzel Dumfries, as a football player, and let me just say this: as a football player, technically he's 0.
Yeah, I agree.
IQ-wise, he's negative.
Yeah.
He just has. I don't know how 0 was. That volley, if it would have been, that would have been nice.
No. He just has good physical traits, and he's decently quick, and he's very good in the air, and that's fair enough. But as a football player,
yeah,
he's not good enough.
I agree.
Now, that's not me saying Alex Cambiaso. Hell no. I'm just saying, I just don't think Dumfries. Like, if people want to act like he's irreplaceable or something, I disagree. That one season we had Hakimi was better than.
I'm grateful, bro.
Dude, why are we acting like Dumfries is Dutch Dumfries every time? Like Netherlands Dumfries? Because then he becomes like incredible.
I think he's better in a back 4, honestly. But the thing is, Dumfries is not like a crazy defender either. Like, he's not like,
he's just a physical specimen. That's what.
That's what he is. But I'm telling you, like, once he hits like 30, 31 in the 32, once his physicality declines,
All right, I don't know how we're talking about Dumfries and Inter. We're in the Juventus stuff.
Let's
reel it back in. So you guys, would you guys keep him, or would you? I mean, if Spalletti looks like
Spalletti gotta revolve him.
Be done with him. It looks like Spalletti doesn't want him around. But
if Spalletti doesn't want him around, then he should go. But he's got to go at the right price, bro.
It hurts a lot. It hurts a lot.
Como would get their Italian. Como would get their Italian.
Yeah,
youngster.
Youngster in massive quotation.
Yeah, I it's sad because I love him and I think he had so much potential, but I think for the right price, you let him go.
Of course you love him. You love all the Italians, Nick.
No, dude, but he come on. 2 years ago, he had such great potential.
It's like average Chiesa,
everywhere. He's just shit now. He's just potential, man.
Ever since I remember that first injury that he had with under Motta, he hasn't been really the same. He came back a little bit, but he should just left.
He's been.
I would let go, and I wouldn't look back.
Yeah.
All right, let's go into predictions, guys. Juventus against Fiorentina. What do we got? Juventus is at home. They're in Turin. Big Turin.
Should be a win for you, no?
Simple? No.
Simple? No. I said should be a win, though.
Oh, should, yeah. I heard simple, sorry.
Fiorentina always give you tough times.
I'm going to say...
Are they still bad in relegation? Or are they out of it?
No,
they're out of it. They're safe.
They're just here to just ruin dreams. So, I mean, like, at this point...
They flipping... Yeah.
Is Keane playing?
Actually.
No, I don't think so.
No.
He's still injured. He's still injured.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. Juventus got this, bro, in the bag.
I think 2-0. I think 2-0.
Yeah, Juventus got this in the bag, bro.
They haven't won in the last 5, I think I saw. I really like for a while. They haven't won a game. They just tied thing last week. I don't know, man. It's just the way we play, bro. The last 2 games have been nothing but stress. So I don't
know, bro.
Yeah, but you're getting it done. Like you're getting it,
but I still don't know, man.
Dude, they create Juve as a model. Score a goal, create tons of chances, spur them all, and then let a team creep in at the end just for a lady.
I remember under Motta that happened a lot last season.
Dude, it's horrible because they should be up like 3-0 and then they let a team come in and it's just
I'm gonna give it 2-2. I'm gonna give it 2-1 Juventus. What do you got, Tony?
1-0 Juve.
1-0. Wow. Yeah, okay. Doodle.
2-1 Juventus.
Gio.
I don't know.
I don't
know, man. I really don't know.
Just give a prediction, man.
You just
I gotta go last. I really don't know, man.
Gio, just say something.
You gotta back it.
All right, I'll back the team 2-1 Juve.
Sound depressed, bro.
Because I'm not confident, bro.
I'm not either.
Confident. After our 2 last performances, yeah, we got the job done, but
I mean
the way that we're playing.
Can I give you guys a 100% certainty? If Fiorentina score, it's Mandragora. I promise. Because
it's probably gonna be
Mandragora. It's Mandragora.
Sorry,
Mandragora. What the hell, Mandragora, guys?
Sorry,
Mandragora.
But I guarantee you, he will score if Fiorentina score. I just promise. Guarantee.
Yeah, he always scores.
Always. Anyways.
All right. Everybody drop their predictions. Ashley, what do you got?
1-0 Juve.
All right. Everybody drop their prediction.
Did Hoyan?
Hoyan, drop your prediction, bro.
I said it 3-0 Fiorentina earlier, bro.
3-0 Fiorentina. I like the hate. I like the hate. I respect the hate, bro.
I need the hate.
I respect the hate, dog.
Put a 5 on it if you believe it. Go. Put a bet.
All right, we're gonna go into Atalanta.
Yep.
Free Palladino,
and looks like it's happening. It looks like the Atalanta, the club, has been watching Tutto Calcio. They've been listening to me. Free Palladino. They're about to let him walk from that bum cheeks club.
The pride of Italy.
The heritage.
A beating by Bayern.
The heritage over there. That's what Asher said. Yeah, the heritage. That's a new little piece of
pride of Italy heritage. What else?
Yeah.
Now check this out. Check this out. What's interesting about Atalanta is that there's reports linking heavy links. Giuntoli joining Atalanta and Sarri also joining. So we have conflicting reports here, right? We just talked about Sarri possibly going to Napoli, but he also is linked to Atalanta. Yes. Would switching out Palladino and putting in Sarri be a downgrade? Would it be an upgrade, or not much of a difference considering Atalanta's current situation? You're up.
All right. Listen, first of all, shout out Inter for yesterday, because I think European qualification will play a big part in the decisions that will be made involving the team, because who knows what will happen in the next 2 games. Palladino could win both games by big margins and he could stay. Who knows? But it looks like he is leaving, unfortunately. And again, who knows? And we're mostly linked to Sarri by the more top journalists. The more ass ones are linking us to like some Motta and Pioli, so I don't listen to them.
Giuntoli and Motta that would not work. It didn't work.
Yeah, we literally saw it with fucking Juve, bro.
Yo, if you guys get rid of Palladino for Pioli, just
just fold the club, brother. Anyways,
Sarri though, that would be a big that would be big.
Yeah, I mean, I'd want Sarri if Palladino does leave. I mean, I feel like he overachieved with Lazio in that Coppa Italia run. He won some trophies with Chelsea, Juventus. I feel like if he gets the players that he wants, he could go for that Conference League trophy, and maybe the Coppa Italia. Maybe we could actually fucking take a penalty. But in terms of him being an upgrade on Palladino, I think there's not much of a difference if you want to take account like the future and say like that. But because if Palladino would have stayed, I think it would have been like similar goals and whatever. Win the Conference League, go for the Coppa again, maybe try and get top 4. But like I see him as a I wouldn't say upgrade, but I see why they're going for him, because he has that experience and he knows what he wants, and yeah, I see why Giuntoli is wanting him at the club. So like, there's not much of a difference, but I'm not mad if we get him. Basically,
you should get Motta, bro.
No, I mean,
what do you guys think about about the topic we're talking about, and also what Asi thinks about it? Like, what do you guys think? You think Sarri from Palladino to Sarri is a downgrade, upgrade, or pretty much the same? And what do you guys think?
I think Sarri would make it like, I think Sarri to Atalanta, at least on paper, that seems like a coup. Like, that's like, with all due respect to Atalanta, like Sarri is a guy with big reputation, in football. He's coached many big clubs. Like, this would be a huge, I think, step. Now, is he like an upgrade over Palladino? I would say slightly yes, like right now. Obviously, we're not going all time. I think Palladino is definitely a talented coach. But you got to know one thing, though. This Atalanta team is built on a basis of playing a 3 at the back. Yeah. Sarri is primarily a back 4 manager. So how are you gonna, do that? Like, how are you gonna make that adjustment? Like, are you really gonna give him, because Atalanta's not the richest club, they're not like, a crazy club that can, spend some money on players and, restructure everything. Like, you gotta kind of also change your identity if you get Sarri. So like, would you like to do that, or would you rather, if Palladino goes, you get someone that has a more experience at playing with a back 3, so you don't have to make too many drastic. That's
bring up that comment again, question again, Gio. Tony, what do you think about that, bro?
Question later.
Dude,
I don't know.
That's a weird one.
I can't really think like his time with Napoli. Like, could we say that he developed?
How old was Insigne when Sarri joined?
He was young.
I'm trying to think.
Man, that's a good question, bro. I don't know what Lazio fans would think, but to be honest,
Motta,
I think Sarri.
No, Eduardo Motta, the keeper. That's an example.
I think Sarri gets the best out of his players. I think he has that capability. So, like Mertens, for example. Mertens would not be the Napoli's highest scorer in all of history if it wasn't for Sarri putting him in the false 9 position. Mertens was Insigne's backup. So when it comes to getting the best out of your players to fit his system, yes. But to develop young players, I don't know. Could you think of a young player that he developed for under Napoli? Because already Hamsik was developed, Jorginho was developed, Insigne, Mertens, Callejon, Albiol, Koulibaly, Allen, all these guys were already
they were like
solidified. So I don't know, Tony. What do you guys got? If you guys have anything with that on Sarri? I mean, I had him for like 3 years, and I have no answer.
I mean, that would help because we have a lot of young players.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm going through Doodle's question on the back four shit. I feel like we have the fullbacks to be able to do a back four. Like Palestra's coming back. If he stays, I think he'll be able to do well on the back four. Same with Bernasconi if he comes back. And also the center backs. Half of them are old. Kolasinac, Jim City. They need to be like phased out. And having two center backs, I think, kind of helps. Scalvini will be with either an older guy or Ahanor. Like put it this way, I won't be mad if we switch to a back four if it helps us get a better core in and make us play better football. Like I won't. I'm brother, and now he's gone. Anyways, I won't be against the back four manager, but at the same time, I see why we're still linked with coaches that go back three because that's been our model for a while. But at the back four, I don't think our players would be bad. And also Sarri would also sign players that would fit like his system, the four at the back, what he wants to do in midfield and whatever, all that kind of stuff. So yeah. Okay.
All right, we got to push forward, brother. We're gonna go straight into predictions for Atalanta Bologna. What do you got?
Are Atalanta at home?
Yeah, Atalanta's at home.
Okay. All we have to do is not lose 3-0, and we're confirmed in Europe. I'm saying 2-1 to us.
Got it. 2-1. How about you, Nick?
Let's go 2-2.
All right, a draw. How about you, Doodle?
I'm gonna say Atalanta 3, Bologna 2.
What was that, Doodle?
3-2 Atalanta.
Say that one more time. I can't hear you. Say that one.
3-2 to Atalanta.
Okay. Who else we got?
I can't take my heart can't take another 3-2, bro. All right.
What was that for?
I just wanted to tease you, bro.
You're
my boy, Doodle. I got a lot of love for you, bro, so that's why
it's
about
fine.
me, bro.
Nah, anyways, 3-2 for Atalanta.
Did you say it's fine? Did you say
Wait,
it's
you
fine?
gotta push forward, leave the guy.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I know it's fine. Anyways, moving forward.
Right.
Let's what do you got, Gio?
3-0 Bologna.
3-0 Bologna.
Yeah.
Wow.
3-0
Are
Bologna.
you trolling or what?
Wow.
3-0 Bologna.
I mean, there has been, if you guys haven't noticed,
So you know,
there has been like this rivalry going on between Juventus and Atalanta.
Yeah, Juventus were rivals of
Gio
Atalanta.
has no love for Atalanta this season.
The rivalry going.
I was gonna say I'm not.
Gio has
feeling it.
no love for Atalanta, bro. He has no
ever
love for
since
Atalanta.
I mean, ever
He has
since
love.
listen, ever since he
since
did
the
the Pride
game.
of Italy shit.
Ever since the
It's
game,
been over.
That one sentence.
And not just that, but it would be so funny, bro, because this guy's been on the European agenda just for him to miss out with a 3-0 Bologna
Bologna would have to be
smackdown. You
Inter,
know what I'm
by the
saying?
way.
Boom, you know what I mean? So that's
Bologna
it,
would
bro.
have to be Inter.
You know what I
by
mean?
the way.
Listen,
We
Asher,
have
you
to
know what,
lose-
bro? This is what I want you and Atalanta to
Get this
go,
bum
bro.
out of here, will you? Just get this bum out of here already, huh?
I was gonna say, I'm like, I don't have this
How
agenda.
the
That's
No.
How the mighty
Yeah.
have
So
fallen.
3-0 Bologna.
Oh,
Come on, yeah.
your comments from me. I didn't get anything
Hey,
wrong.
Gio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Behave
now,
Behave,
girls
what?
here. All right.
Behave, all right?
I'm chilling, bro.
Now you're girls here. Now you're chilling.
Jeez, now he's gonna pump his
I'm
chest,
chilling.
bro.
Don't worry. Calm down.
Big Juventus 2026 rivaling with Atalanta. Wow.
Oh,
Bro,
dude, here we go, bro.
Yo,
Wow.
Oliva, how you doing, girl? How you doing?
Yeah.
Glad to
Wow.
see you here. Glad to see you here.
I'm not even beefing with Atalanta.
No, I'm not.
You're not. You're fine.
I just can see a draw after the win the other day. That's
No, I don't. Yeah, a draw, fine. I'll take a draw.
Nah, I see a draw. I'm just triggering out.
A draw?
Yeah, I see a
Oh,
draw.
you're changing.
Yeah, just funny.
Yeah, because Oliva showed up, bro. You know what I'm saying? He has that correct now, bro. You know what I mean?
Anyways,
Hey, bro. Hey, yo, Gio, yo. Hey,
Yo.
listen. I like you, bro. So
Yeah, 3-0 Bologna, bro. Just saying.
All right, I got I'm gonna give it to Bologna, bro. They just came off of a very motivating win against us, and it seems like if this Palladino out is happening, they might not be completely focused. So I'm gonna give it to Bologna, bro. 2-1. 2-1.
You took my score, Don. That's exactly.
We did just come off a motivating win as well with the Palladino drama. So, but I hear you, bro.
Don't get mad at me. Don't get grumpy with me, bro. I'm dropping my prediction.
Nah, I'm just seeing your logic on you, bro.
Hey, Dom, well, it's what if my score prediction happens, and Atalanta don't make it to Europe, Palladino might just go. So that's like the game he might just leave.
If you tell me what's one team that I do not want to play towards the end of the year is Bologna, bro.
Thankfully we don't have anything.
I was circling that match. I was like, if we come down to that game, and
you said Bologna?
Yeah, is what team.
Yeah, of course, bro. You definitely don't want to play him, especially Rocky helped you out and you still couldn't beat him. Like, God, bro. Like, what are we talking about, bro? Rocky couldn't even help you out.
Last I checked, they scored from an illegal throw-in.
They scored from an illegal throw-in, guys.
From 10 meters away from where it was supposed to be from. Last I checked.
Tom, you want to know how life is so good that it comes in full circle? Last year, it was who was it?
Orsolini that scored a bicycle.
Oh yeah, no, that's crazy.
Yes, who got scored on this past week?
By Jonathan.
Oh no.
Yeah, but I mean, we were already out of the Scudetto race, so it didn't hit as hard.
Now you're in the top 4
and plus, we didn't bottle 3 freaking trophies that season. Get smacked in the face by PSG. So
don't bottle the top 4. That's what I'm gonna say.
What 4 trophies? 3.
That was a good one.
4.
Yeah,
the Super Copa doesn't count.
You frauds! I know it counts.
It only counts when we win it, though. That's when it counts. When we win.
I didn't celebrate no Super Copa.
We rate copas when
you didn't. Okay, so Doodle, you didn't celebrate no Super Copa, right?
No.
Dom, you heard that, right?
It's Scudetto. It's
Okay. So when you win this, if you guys win the Super Copa next season, because you're going to be competing in it, right? Oh,
so you're telling me you wouldn't have been parading if you won a domestic treble this year,
bro? It's a Super Copa. I don't care about that.
It's still a trophy. You still, brother. It's the top 2 teams in Serie A versus the top 2 teams in the Coppa Italia. What kind of?
It's a Mickey Mouse
logic. I'll tell you something. You know how funny
people are calling the Coppa Italia Mickey Mousey trophy. Now you're over here.
No, over there.
Exactly. When we were winning the Coppa Italia over Juventus, Inter fans were saying, "Oh, this is a Mickey. This is a Mickey." That's a little Mickey trophy.
I was hate watching that game. I was happy.
And I'm going to tell you something. You don't rate Super Copas, but when I'm seeing these statistics of how Lautaro, as soon as he showed up to your club, has won 8 trophies, guess what? Super Copas are in that count of trophies.
But that's not a major trophy.
But it's in the count to hype Lautaro up for your club. He's won 8 with us. How many Super Copas are in that 8, fam? How many Scudetti are in that 8, fam? It's not even half of them.
We're comparing 3 Ferraris to 3 Fiats, basically.
It's not even half of 8.
It's not the same.
No, but y'all make it seem like it's the Community Shield in England, bro. Like that's actually
not
like
a major trophy. It's not.
Oh, here we go, Doodle.
True.
Here we go.
Bro, I'm telling you, it's just not a major trophy. That's all.
All right. Moving on. So that was some good banter.
Tony Oyan, what's your predictions?
Yeah, what do you guys got?
I got 1-1.
Okay, Joe, how about you? Who else is left?
Oyan,
what you got?
No, I said same as you, 2-1 Bologna.
All right, bro. Let me know what you predict on the Pacers game in the playoffs this year. Oh, wait, they finished last. You don't got nothing, right?
I'm hate watching. Don't worry.
Okay, bye. Yeah, you can hate watching the back. Hate watching the green room, bro.
Yeah, I'm the only guy going for a win. All right.
Let's go. We have our last topic, and then we're done, guys. For tonight. We dragged the show a little bit, but that's okay. Roma.
The Derby.
Roma versus Lazio.
In the scheduling.
Derby.
What is this league?
In the scheduling, bro. What is this?
Yeah, let's talk about the scheduling, guys.
Or another laugh on Italian football.
Bro, y'all
didn't the president of the league say we weren't expecting Lazio to be in the final?
Bro,
how do you say that? As a president?
They're shocked that we bottled it.
Hey, you know what's crazy, Dom? Is that Coppa Italia final? There was only 5 million viewers watching that final. It was probably, I think it was like the lowest final viewing.
Ever since
it was really bad because nobody freaking gave a damn about Inter. You know what I'm saying?
I don't care. Bro,
nobody gave a crap about your domestic double. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
You know what?
Bro.
Not only that, bro, but I look at the numbers, right? Tony, you look at the numbers too. All you guys look at the numbers. So when Inter clinched the Scudetto, like Inter fans, like big accounts were dropping tweets celebrating. Yo, they weren't even going that viral, bro. There's like a couple that reached 1K. Like it's like no one really cared, bro. Like, you know, a couple of hundred here, a couple of hundred there, and it was just from them, you know.
Nobody cares trophy, I guess.
Everybody like just went back to work, you know, paid the bills, you know. You had a Coppa Italia, no one even cared about.
The big parade is coming this Sunday, by the way. We're getting a parade this Sunday.
But you know what I think it was? You know what I think it was? It kind of turned people off, especially like internationally, because of the whole Rocky allegations, probably. You know,
Listen, Dom, you gotta understand this, okay? When Napoli win it, it's a century celebration, you know, because it doesn't happen often. It's like one of those blood moons, you know what I mean? One of those like fiestas. For us, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's probably like going to the prom. It happens every year. Like it's gonna come either way, one way or another. So
every year.
We didn't
win every year.
Really? I mean, Hoyan, like, what are you trying to be like over here, bro? Every year.
How do you win every year?
Yeah.
We wanted to show the league is a little bit competitive. We're not trying to do a buy-in the Juve dynasty. We just got to sprinkle some.
Yeah, because
you always win.
We'll be here next year.
You always win.
All of a sudden, bro.
I think PSG has something to say about that.
Your PSG
I think Conte's Napoli has something to say about that.
In order for you to bench in a final, I think you need to be in a final, especially your Champions League final.
Hey, I think Pioli got to say something about that too.
I have a rebuttal to that.
I'm not taking shit from that.
I got a rebuttal from that. I
don't want to be known for getting violated in a Champions League final, bro. I'd rather not be there, bro. I'd rather not be there.
That it hasn't even been a year. It hasn't even been a year. And people are using, I need a PSG Inter final. Like, you've made a trademark of getting bombed.
Hey, hey, Dom, you know what's the funny
thing? I didn't make
people are going to remember that UCL final more than they'll remember their little domestic, double that you got.
Nobody's remembering that.
Right? Oh, nobody's remembering that.
Oh, so y'all want to remember congratulations on your trophy.
Well, guess what? If you're, I mean, listen, this is how you guys are close-minded. Your fan base is close-minded. You know what I'm saying? If you go abroad, everybody's not even looking at you guys winning over here, bro. They don't even care. They don't even care.
Yo, Tony. Okay, give me the floor. Give me the floor real quick, Tony.
You have a top 4 fight to worry about, Gio.
Don't worry about us. Don't worry about us. Don't worry about us. Celebrate this season. Next season, we move, right?
No, bro. Did you know? All right, Hoyan, give me a second. Hoyan, and then I'm gonna let you guys react to this, okay? Gio, Tony, Asir, and Nick, check this out. Do you know what Inter fans were trying to claim in this semifinal? That their semifinal against Barcelona was more interesting. It was like they were trying to have like this competition. They had a better semi, bro.
Doodle was a prime fucking example because I remember seeing his tweet. Don't even get fucking started.
What tweet?
You said the overall tie, and I get it. You're saying overall, but still, PSG Bayern was more entertaining than Inter Barca. I'm not having this.
Yeah, come out. Yeah, Barca fan in here. We got a Barca fan in here.
No, but the thing is, hold on, give me a second, then I'll let you guys talk. To come out the year after getting smacked historically in the final, to come out and try to hype a semifinal saying it was better than the current one, bro, you guys are really
it's just an opinion,
insane, bro. That's insane.
Can I make a correction on that final? Inter did not lose it. Simone Inzaghi did. I just want to let you guys know.
Shut up.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay.
The
Saudi league now.
No,
he would have lost it.
Do you know what happened? Let's correct his correction. You know what happened? Lautaro, any big game, Casper the friendly ghost.
Again, okay? Why is it about Lautaro? What about the rest of the 10 players?
Because why is it about Lautaro? Because you guys rate him very highly over there, bro. Oh, no. Don't change it to Barella now. Don't change it to Barella now. Don't change it to Barella now, Doodle. Right? You've been on freaking Lautaro's dick, bro. I'm telling you right now.
Why is it about Lautaro? Why is it about Lautaro? Because Lautaro is apparently the 8th best player in the world. He should be performing in games, right?
Once
he's the best in the world.
Okay, but when the whole team is not performing, by the way, I'm not excusing him.
Yeah, but him in big games, you know it's true. Him in big games, Lautaro in big games is a fucking ghost, bro.
Yeah, he goes against Bayern and Barcelona 100%, bro. Really.
Come on, man. Get out.
I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm asking.
Dude,
I'm not giving him leeway for that.
Why are we talking to people that have
a horror movie on the weekend?
Jonathan David as a striker pair? We're not we're not doing that, bro. I'm sorry. You're about to spend 50 mil on Openda right now. Like, come on.
That doesn't change the fucking point. That doesn't change the.
I like how you you deflect on us. You know what I'm saying? When we're talking about you guys, you know what I mean? It's so funny.
That's what they always do.
My deceased great-grandmother is better than Openda. I understand, right? But that doesn't take away from the fact that Lautaro, when it's a big game, hides and then cries on cameras, gives excuses, says we have to do better. Yeah. He's a fucking cheerleader.
Yeah.
Bro. He's not. Yeah. His whole history says it's not. It's just
no, it does.
All right, Doodle. We understand you're rocking in your chair over there. I understand.
No, I would say Barella is the cheerleader. Do you see him dancing in the locker room after the win?
No, you know who
Barella was eating something.
Do you know who
you guys are embarrassing, bro. This is embarrassing, bro.
I love Barella, and you know who Barella is? Barella is the person you shoot in Modern Warfare 2 with a Barrett 50 cal. That's who Barella is. Because the way he gets shot from the fucking
then? Who's Locatelli? He's the NPC.
Barella was on the tail. Laughing, guys.
I love Barella, but my God, he is a fucking disappointment as of late. Oh my God.
Hey man, since we don't have a Lazio and a Roma fan on the panel, bro, let's just skim through this topic real quick. What do you guys think about Sadi's bold statement about which we're gonna see if he's actually gonna hold up to it, because it was actually scheduled on Sunday.
No, if he has balls, he should.
He won't. Nothing ever
back himself.
Nothing.
Sadi said that if the Derby is going to be scheduled on Sunday, he will not be there.
Now he will.
And the Derby got scheduled on Sunday. So what do you guys think about that? Tony, that's the guy you want to coach our club next year.
Yeah, between the two, Conte and Sadi. Again, this man's over here trying to get rid of the context.
Yeah.
Whoa, okay. You would take this man over Conte right now, the guy that's willing not to show up for the Derby because he says it doesn't matter.
Yes. Which you were saying, no, because we're not skimming the fact that you wanted him to, you fraud. You're just skimming past this. We're acting like you're not recency bias now because of the Coppa Italia final where he lost. You fraud. Don't go trying that.
Are you really surprised that he lost? Like, he was up against a better team. Like, come on.
Oh, yeah, of course. But are we surprised? Like I said, are we surprised that he's saying stuff like this? He's always saying stupid stuff.
He always deflected. Remember when he was in a title race of Juve?
Look, they'll give him a pack of 6.
No, yo, Doodle, you need to stop rage baiting in this motherfucking chat,
I can't wait for this guy to coach us.
Oh, you're a fucking moron, respectfully.
Dude. Have you forgotten the Rabiot comment I made that day?
Oh, sorry. I actually misread. Forza Inter, the last comment. That is fucking stupid. I'm sorry.
This guy.
Crazy.
And you're deflecting that onto me. Okay.
You know what I noticed, Dom? They want to be like us, bro. Inter want to be so like us. You know what's funny?
We don't want to be like.
Hey, you know what's funny, right? Because when we changed our logo, they changed their logo, right?
To be fair, your logo
Hey, listen.
Your logo sucks.
Hey, listen. Your logo sucks too. Okay, so
our logo is not as bad as yours.
Your logo,
yours
I would take a nice freaking piss on your logo and a nice shit on your logo.
No,
man,
you look at your logo. It literally
I heard your logo was used as a prototype for the fucking Nazi symbol, bro. You see that picture?
Nazi symbol. Hold on. Hold on. I don't want to give Juve prop, but if we're talking about the Champions League, they went up against two of the greatest teams ever said.
And what? Okay.
Meanwhile, you two have given two teams treble, so I honestly can't say anything.
Full respect. And throughout their whole history, Tony, throughout Inter's whole history, they've only given teams.
That just means that we face dominant teams. You're just giving us.
You give me a treble, Inter, bro. Do me a favor, give me a freaking treble, bro.
We're the only team to win.
Give me a treble.
This is why. Listen.
Tony.
Hey, listen, bro. That's why I would rather verse you in the final, bro. I'm telling you right now.
Listen, and by the way, your treble is a fantastic achievement. Your treble is a fantastic achievement. Listen. Your treble is fantastic.
Don't worry. Yeah. You're gonna count Super Copa, right? You're gonna count Super Copa. You want to count Super Copa now? Okay. So you want to count Super Copa now?
Listen, hang on.
All you guys, all you bunch of frauds. Now I want to expose all of you now.
Pause. Can I ask a question? Your treble is phenomenal. That is a great achievement, right? A treble is a great achievement. If you are telling me, though, that you would rather win one treble than have a difference of 20 plus trophies, that's bullshit. That is bullshit. You wouldn't trade a treble for 70 fucking trophies, even though you're sitting at, 49, 50 now?
One good year. But that's your history.
Bro, Don, these guys, they want to dominate like us. They just can't. You know what I'm saying? Because they're just not that team. They're just not that dynasty type of team,
and Dynasty Madrid are two different teams. I'm sorry.
They're not that, bro.
First of all,
those finals are not even comparable.
They're like that. They're like that one cousin that's just trying to fit in with everybody else. You know what I'm saying? When everybody goes out, you know what I'm saying? Bro, that's just on the side. You know, that's definitely you guys. No. I'm talking about you guys.
The two finals that you lost the teams. The two finals we lost the countries. Okay.
True, we did.
We lost.
Wait. Is he saying that PSG clears both of the teams you've
Okay, now he's
You're
He just said Dembele is better than Messi.
I'm gonna start actively, Dom. You gotta kick me from the show. I'm gonna actively start fucking kicking.
All right, that's it.
I'm gonna cost people. Bro, you honestly, with full respect, MSN Barca and Dynasty Madrid are two of the best teams to ever exist. Okay,
this guy. Well, you know why? You know why, Nick? You know why they don't know that? Because they never got to verse them. You know what I mean? They never got to see. You know what I mean? They never got to
I hate to play the what if game.
Inter played against Barcelona 09.
We played against a better Barcelona.
Did we not?
And Madrid were in a bad era back then, by the way.
I would argue that this team offensively was better. I would argue, dude, Neymar, Suarez, Messi in their prime.
Sure, but
come on,
Let's lock in. Honestly, I'm not even arguing this. Don't get me wrong. PSG was a good team. 5-0 is embarrassing, but they're a good team. But when people say, "Oh, you can't win without money," those are two of some of the best teams to ever exist.
That season, Barca beat every single champion from all leagues.
Both PSG and City have spent trillions, and nobody even looks at them. You can't compete with them.
Who?
Man City and PSG have spent trillions.
Trillions,
bro.
Listen.
Did they not? Hold on, Nick. Did they not spend trillions?
Bro. But those teams.
And out of it, they won one.
I hate
both of them, and it came from your head tops.
Okay, well, you give Hamburg and Dortmund the Champions League, so we're gonna go with that.
Okay, you want to go that far, right? You're gonna give Ajax another treble too, bro. Let's not forget about
Ajax are a big team.
Hey, okay, yeah. They can say that. But guess what? Yeah, well, guess what? They have more Champions League than you. Touche.
But they have a treble. Where's yours?
I'll say this.
I don't care.
Hold on. I'll say this.
We have more trophies.
What do you want to say,
bro? Ajax right now is also in the dumpsters too.
Okay. Well, yeah. In all honesty, right?
Shout out to Michael.
Quick question. In all honesty, right? I know you guys hate Juve, but let's just call it as it is. If those Juve teams played PSG or they played City, would they have won that final?
Nope, they get smacked.
You're fucking special.
Against Okay, but if we're gonna do
you think
ifs,
Prime
buts,
Juventus
and
will get smacked
Get
against
the
the
fuck
team?
outta here,
Okay.
bro. Get out of here, man.
We're doing ifs, buts, and
getting
maybes
both-
now,
No,
or
I
what?
said I know it's an if, but I'm just saying the quality of teams in the 2010s super clears the teams in 2020s.
Okay, well, nobody's denying that Juve team was much better than this Inter team. Who's
That's not what I'm
denying
talking about. I'm just talking about the finals. I'm just talking about the
We had
finals.
some popcorn to.
No.
I don't
How
think
you,
anyone's
bro?
denying that.
I'm not even referring to the Inter team.
delusional.
That
I'm not
Juve
even-
team is one of the best teams
Be
I've
honest,
watched
You watched,
ever.
hold on, Nick.
Yeah, you watched them win for
Anyway,
your
what was
whole
your
childhood.
Cool, and I still
You know
didn't
what
pick
I'm
them.
saying?
So, hey.
Yeah, hey, cool.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
what was your question? Sorry, buddy. I heard you say Nick.
No, I was saying, Nick, you watched that Bayern PSG game, the first
Yeah.
one I'm talking about, and
Oh
you,
yeah.
you saw PSG outside of maybe the keeper. There's no flaws on that team. Like they are, even the bench is another level. Like I know
man.
we look at, I know we look at Barca and Madrid because of the names, the Messi's,
No, but those teams.
Or you
but when
dead?
we look at
They
those
had
teams,
depth too, bro.
Bro, don't say it. Don't say it.
We, by the way, we went off.
They are
completely off
fantastic
topic.
team. It is a
Can we get back to
fantastic team, Hoya.
What are we talking
But I'm
about
sorry,
here,
prime
man?
MSN. You had Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets in the
no.
fucking
What are
midfield,
we even
bro.
talking about?
Oh, yeah.
When we supposed to
And-
talk
No,
about
no,
the
no. What are
derby?
you guys talking?
we're having
no.
we're having a CL final loser off of it.
Yeah, it's
Let's-
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly what it is. But I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, but
All right,
seriously,
guys,
the
listen,
schedule,
guys, time out, bro. Time out. We gotta drop
Yeah.
our predictions. A lot, Roma, Lazio.
Yeah.
We're hitting 3-hour
Yeah,
mark.
yeah,
So
sorry. Okay.
let's what do you guys got? Roma, Lazio. I got Roma destroying them. I'm gonna give it. It is a derby. So these players are gonna be fighting.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna give it to Roma because Milan is just insane. Milan should be winning the MVP of the year this season. I don't care if Di Marco has freaking 18 assists. Milan should be getting it, and I'm gonna give it to. I'm gonna give it to Roma. I'm gonna give it 3-1 Roma. Milan MVP.
I think Lazio is going to play to fuck up Roma, like just to ruin their dreams. I'm going 1-1. I think they're going to manage it, and I think
Oh
they're going
wow,
to.
that would be horrible for Roma.
No, it would
That'd
be
be
awful.
horrible.
That's awful.
No,
I do.
man.
I just think they're going to play just to ruin their day. I think that's what they're going to play for. And they just got beat back to back by Inter.
It is a
I think
derby.
they'll be bad.
Yeah.
It is a derby.
I have the same result because it's just so fun. It's the most Lazio thing ever.
100%.
Yeah.
It is against their
in the
biggest
final
rivals.
just to go and be a dick against Roma. Yeah, I could just see
Yeah.
that.
2-0 Roma and at least 3 red cards in this game.
I just think that Roma squad is just.
Oh, they're better. Yeah.
I just think they just have too much. Milan is killing it, bro. So that you see that goal that last weekend,
Yeah, he's cooking.
yeah, 13 goals.
he's carried that team into
Sunday-
top 4, bro.
Dude,
Milan has literally carried that team into top 4, bro.
that Sunday sucked for hate watches, man. I had to watch Arsenal rob a result, and then I had to watch Roma pull it. God even knows how they even got back.
Well, good luck. I ain't waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning to watch these games.
Me either, bro. Just skip
Low
to
key, I may have to just.
I got
may
dinner
just have to hug
plans.
it. I may just have.
I
to
got
hug it.
dinner plans. I got some dinner plans. You know, hitting a movie. I'm not waking up. At
Yo, what
6
movie
a.m.
you watching? Quick question.
Mortal Kombat 2, bro.
Okay, I'm watching Obsession on the weekend. That's why.
I heard that's a good one.
I heard.
Hey,
it's
I
really
watched
good.
that Michael Jackson one. It's
Yeah.
pretty dope, bro.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you
All
watched
right.
it too, Gio?
Yeah.
All right.
dope,
You watch it with
pretty
Oliva?
Man.
Could you hit the heat?
movie
No.
date.
Did you?
No.
Man, take that girl on a date. I'm gonna slap.
Yo, chivalry's not dead. All right, lock
I
in.
get the. That's how I love throwing Gio on throwing him the bus. Take that girl on a date, you freaking bum.
I see him sweating. I see him sweating.
Of course. No, of course.
Yeah,
I'm not
all right.
sweating, Aster. What
Is
the heck
that?
do
Did
you
everyone
think, bro?
predict? Quick question.
I might have to get a new set of glasses, bro.
2-0 Roma, by the way.
Nah,
I
I know
think.
Roma.
2-0 Roma.
Yeah.
All
right.
Did you predict, bro?
Hoyan.
Hoyan,
right?
are you there?
my brother.
You've reached your limit on talking. Shut the fuck up.
Sorry, Hoyan. I didn't mean to hit that, bro. My bad. Go ahead, Hoyan. What are you gonna say?
I think it's a draw too.
A draw?
Draw?
Yeah.
All right, man. Well,
I think that's it.
guys, we covered all topics.
Yeah.
A little bit longer than expected, but we had that Milan special guest, and it was great to have him on board, bro. And
Yeah,
we're gonna
man.
have him.
Oh,
back
by the
on
way,
show.
Dom, I really like the concept of doing the predictions for each games, like instead of going through all of them at once, doing them after each topic. Like I think it's more fresh and more. Yeah, I like.
Wait, what did you say? You would like which one?
No, like after we discuss like Milan,
Noodle,
Inter,
he's baiting you.
This guy just gets me all the time. Anyways, thank you.
Dom, real quick before we leave, can I ask you a question? And I could open up to Tony as well.
Yeah, talk to me, bro.
Would you rather?
Yeah, I got to go to jail real quick. Visit my buddy. Hold on.
Would you rather? Shout out to my Dom. Would you rather lose 5-0 in one final, or would you rather lose 7 finals?
Honestly, due to people's memory recency bias, 7 finals.
I know. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something.
Recency bias.
If I could go to 7 finals and it'd be close games, I'd rather do that than get smacked 5-0 in a final. And the thing is, it's not only that, it's bottling 2 other trophies.
I think he meant
in the process.
Dude, we won a treble last season. Treble of trophy tropes, bro. That was crazy.
Well, we won a double this season.
Yeah, I mean, that's why you guys are compared with Arsenal, bro.
Oh, well, we won a double this season.
They're both going to win the league, by the way. They're both winning the league together. So hold together.
They're going to lose.
You guys, I don't know how twins could be so hideous, bro.
There you go.
We don't blame them.
I think.
Hey, and also going to get packed in Champions League final to PSG. So yeah.
I don't think they're going to lose.
It's going to be PSG.
If Arsenal get clapped, the win.
It's gonna be a close one.
Please, I need this.
I'm making memes, bro.
I said, Enrique, I need this, man. Please.
Hey, I know. Yo, listen, I know we're
PSG.
I have a serious question here. I know we're kind of closing out, but I really want to know this. It's seriously, I do. I watch the Prem every now and then. I'm not really I don't really interact with their fans and stuff. I really don't understand.
Don't get me heated.
This pure hatred for Arsenal fans. I just don't get it. And I would like someone to explain it to me. Is it the fans?
No,
it is the fans.
Can we explain that?
Hold on. Give me a sec. Tony, you first.
It is how we could be here for a whole 30 minutes.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Their fans act like they haven't won anything. They haven't won the league in like 22 years, and they're over here flexing all the. You know how you shit on certain teams because they flex all the trophies they won before? That's literally what they do on every single basis.
Where do you interact with these people?
Oh, dude, you see idiots everywhere.
Oh, you see them.
No, there are some normal Arsenal fans, but then there's many that are like trolls.
I follow two, and they're cool ass dudes. They don't
individuals. Finding a cool Arsenal fan is like finding a needle in the haystack. Because all the other ones are fucking delusional.
Yeah, no.
So it's kind of like finding. It's kind of like finding a Juventus fan that doesn't admit to cheating.
Even Inter, right? Even Inter.
No.
Obviously, we despise Inter.
This is worse.
I think Inter fans are so much better than Arsenal fans. There's no comparison. It's
they're a different brand.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually. I have 2 buddies that are Arsenal fans that are on Twitter. They're pretty cool, and I'm actually happy they're gonna win the league.
Oh no! Okay, listen. Call the show.
I'll be real.
That's what
you're hate watching them, right?
Oh, I've already set it up with my friends. I said, "Who's hate watching on the 30th?" We already got plans.
Okay. Just to do like the final thing for them. There was an Arsenal fan that said they'd rather have Declan Rice over Modric. That's all I need to say.
They make stupid things like that.
I think they also what I
noticed? All Prem fans from all clubs are doing that, Tony.
Yeah, but they do it the worst. They do it the worst. They were talking about Saka getting in the 09 Barca team.
Dom, I just saw a video. Right before this.
And they're not satirical, by the way.
They're
not satirical, by the way.
Yo, Tony, I know you got that from. I know you got that from.
Combined Arsenal Real Madrid all-time 11. I just saw it 30 minutes ago. I'll send it to you. Do you know who they put in goal? Or sorry, do you know who they put in center back? Gabriel and Saliba. Real Madrid. They put Declan Rice as CDM.
I'm sorry, but does any Arsenal player even get into Madrid's best 11 ever?
No,
I don't know if that's
not one. They
Thierry Henry, not even.
Stinker and hooked.
Dude.
How ironic it's Lee as well, by the way. He calls out the
Arsenal. Lee's like the only one that calls out the Arsenal fans.
No, I think there are some. I know some nice ones.
Well, there's some other ones, yeah.
Many of them.
No.
Yeah, I know.
But my
Many are
crazy
so
one
Anyways,
was
okay,
my
we gotta
crazy
save this
one-
for another night. We gotta save this.
Yeah,
no,
let's
my
see.
crazy one was when they so Mbappe was a free agent and they were going around asking Arsenal fans, would you switch him for Martinelli? And they all said no.
Dumb. They said, I saw a fan, and he's not being satirical. He said that they have 3 of the 5 best wingers in the world right now. And
Saka
Saka
was
wasn't even in the list. Saka wasn't even in the list. They said Madueke, they said Trossard, and they said Martinelli. Get the fuck out of
He's
here.
not even
I think
satirical.
some of their fans also like give many of their older fans bad reputation because like many of the ones that have gone through
Yeah.
banter and all like. they
By the
know
way,
what-
if Arsenal win,
No, I'm
if
retiring.
they do,
No.
everywhere, no one is safe.
If
Yeah, if they
Arsenal
win
win, I
the-
think
if
we
they
can-
win the
Every fan
Champions
is
League, we
gonna
might have
get.
to suspend.
We might
the
have to.
show.
We might have to suspend.
I
Bro, because
think North London might explode. I don't think it will exist.
it will probably explode. The world.
Listen,
will
they're not
explode,
winning
bro.
that
The
final.
whole
They're
Twitter
not
is
winning
going to
that final.
explode if
Do
they
you
do.
imagine that, bro? That they
team-
win. Do you imagine they win the Prem and the Champions League final?
Oh,
Nah,
and
nah.
you have
You got-
Inter fans celebrating their domestic double. That would totally overshadow your little domestic double.
If that
by the way.
happens, I gotta tell you right now, buddy, Gio, Dom, I love you guys. I'm sorry,
I'm
I'm taking
telling you,
a pause
man.
from the podcast.
That,
I'm not.
nah, man.
Oh,
but
you'll be
Arsenal is
gone
crazy.
for a while.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Fuck yeah,
You
I'm
have
going for Arsenal, bro.
Nah,
the
fuck
Champions
it.
League.
I'm gonna have
I
to
need
delete my.
The
I'm gonna
shit
have to
you
delete my
see,
Twitter, bro.
the
Nah, but,
shit you
with
see
Arsenal's
is
crazy, man.
unbelievable.
Nick, you're gonna be like writing down every PSG goal or something if that happens.
Oh, bro, I'm literally I'm looking to buy like an off PSG kit for that day. I'm fully locked in. I'm fully locked in.
Hey guys, we're gonna close out the
Yeah,
show.
we're
We're
gonna
pretty
close
much
out.
done.
Fine.
Appreciate you guys coming through. The guys in the chat. Tell your family, your friends about us. Have them follow us. We're on our way to 1,200 subscribers, and you might be seeing that Milan fan coming back on the show. So, yeah, great show, guys.
Yeah. Big up to everybody, man. Great show. Big up to the panel, of course. Big up to everybody also that tuned in. Make sure, of course, share the content as well. Share with your friends, family, everybody, guys. You guys already know what to do. And yeah, great show, guys. And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Take her out on a date, Gio. Take her out on a date, you bum.
Already in the works.